All sports, all plays. Yeah. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making up plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, they working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.
Get ready. This summer, the Arena League Sports is on ASAP Network. Tune in live on either the Tiki Live or Roku app, as well as your smart home TV.
All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making up plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, they working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. We on top of our game. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays.
Well, good morning. This is ASAP in the morning. This is your boy Freddie Henderson. I'll be your host this morning. Good morning, gentlemen. Right next to me, we got my brother, Jay McLovin. What's going on, Jay?
Lots, Freddie. Lots of things are going on. It's ridiculous. The world of sports right now. You would think with baseball not being going on right now, the amount of news is out there and the amount of things that are developing, it's pretty crazy. So, yeah, it's a good morning. It's good to see Dustin's friendly face back on the road, stat guy. So it's good to see him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I'm going to tell you guys, one of the most dedicated guys in the sports world, more dedicated than Stephen A. Smith, more dedicated than all those guys. I mean, they call him stat guy for a reason because he knows stuff even Google don't even know. I mean, look, this dude is on the road driving. It's on the morning show. Dustin, good morning, my brother.
Morning, Freddie. Morning, Jay. Morning, Chris. Missed you guys this week. Haven't been on too much lately.
I know you were getting that microchip replaced in that brain of yours, so you probably got the updated. You probably had to get the updated version, that 9.3 gigahertz, whatever the hell it is you got in your brain. Yeah, I get it, man. Every robot needs its recharge.
Hey, Jay McLovin used to have the best beard in the network, but not anymore.
Yeah,
it's on
not
its way,
anymore.
though. But taking your place is my brother Chris. Chris, what's going on this morning?
Good morning, guys. Good morning. Ready to talk some sports. Got big UFC this weekend as well, so it should be a good weekend in sports.
Is it just me, Freddie, or does Gonzo, I call him Gonzo, it's Chris Gonzalez, but does Gonzo look like a baby duck dynasty to you?
Jay, we glad you're here, brother. We love you. Let's get into it, gentlemen. You know, ever since the NBA and all that great thing started, we've always had key players, face of the leagues, MVPs, NBA champions, and all those great things. It started from Wilt, went from Wilt to Bill Russell, Jerry West, Magic, Kareem, Michael Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, Steph. But right now, we have a guy down there in Memphis by the name of Ja Morant. That's a highlight reel every night. You will see something different. Every night is something new, some fancy dunk, him going for 50, him going for 40. But there's another guy down there in Dallas that I'm gonna give my take on a few. But if you guys was a general manager and you had a choice to pick one guy out of these two to build your franchise around, who would it be? Luka Doncic or Ja Morant? Jay, you have the floor.
Yeah, talk about a conundrum. That's a hard thing to try to fathom. I think if I build it from scratch, let's say I'm a Houston Rockets team, and I build it from scratch, and I want a young guy. I'm probably gonna go Ja Morant because his ceiling is so high and his potential is so untapped, and he is pretty young. Not that you look at Luka Doncic is old, because Luka Doncic had been playing since he was 19. So in baseball or basketball years, he is kind of a veteran, a serious veteran. I mean, he's been playing since 19 against grown men. So I think I would probably take Luka Doncic if I'm in a win now mode right now. Like I need to win right now. I'm taking Luka. But if I got some time to develop around, then I'm probably taking Ja Morant. So it really depends on what the team level is currently at as to which player I would go with. But man,
look at Jay McLevin. Can't choose one. He says this one, it's that one. He want to dab here, want to dab there. Don't do that this morning, Jay. Choose one person.
All right, man. All right. You know what, man? I just feel like but I'm gonna pick Ja Morant only because I feel like his potential has not been fully tapped into. I think his ceiling is incredibly high, and having said that, now Doncic has also got still I think a lot more left to be tapped into. But since I have to pick one, I'm gonna go with Ja Morant.
Thank you, my brother.
Okay,
Chris,
no problem. Anytime.
Chris, you're a general manager, and you're looking for the face of your franchise to build around. Are you going Ja? Who's having an MVP type season this year, by the way.
Yeah, he is.
Are you going Luka? I'm just gonna say Luka Magic, baby. Which one you going?
I'm gonna go with Ja, and the main reason, and basically for only one reason, because both great players are both young. But I've heard rumblings that Luka can be hard to get along with, and with teammates and coaches, and I haven't heard about that with Morant. So I think he might be a little more of a team guy. So I would lean toward Ja Morant.
Rob, what's going on, baby? How you doing this morning?
What's going on, y'all? How y'all feeling, my brethren?
We good. Just glad that you can be out here this morning. You gonna bring some of that. Hey, if anybody on this panel know about franchise players, it's Rob. He's down there in Chi-Town. They drafted Michael Jeffrey Jordan, so he knows when he sees talent.
Yes, sir.
Did he say French fries or franchise? I don't.
I think he said the franchise French fries.
Oh, okay. There we go. I just wasn't sure what he said. It sounded like he said French fries. I wasn't sure. I know it's Freddie's lunchtime somewhere.
I think he said the franchise French fries. That's what I heard.
Who you building around? Ja or Luka?
I'm going Luka. And these are my two reasons. Luka Doncic, I feel, is the more skilled player out of the two. I think he's a better guard than Ja Morant. He has a better overall game, not to mention the size. Like we all mentioned yesterday, you can't teach size. And unfortunately, right now, Luka has the advantage being what? He's 6'7", 6'8", 6'9", possibly.
Small as hell, man.
That's a big guy. I do agree with Jay about the overseas component because he has played around grown men a lot longer than Ja has. So he's kind of already been equipped to handle the NBA. And then I'm going to go a route that you guys probably haven't talked about. That's longevity. Right now, Ja Morant, his game is based off his athleticism. His advantages are from his athleticism. We've seen from guards, especially on the smaller side, as that athleticism fades, then their game starts to deteriorate.
Yeah.
Luka's game is not predicated off athleticism. So he's already equipped for the long haul. And I think his game will last a lot longer than Ja Morant's will. So I'm going with Luka Magic, baby. I'm starting my franchise with Luka.
And it's true, though, man. Honestly, I mean, the human body. Joe Stevens told me one time. Joe Stevens played the NBA. He told me one time he played around like obviously Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley, and they all had the same. They all had the same ideology, and that is that the human body only has so many jumps in it.
Yeah.
And then when them jumps are done and the ACLs and all that crap has been torn, just kind of like where Durant is at right now. You got to transform your game from being, like you said, an athletic guy to being more of a calculated jump shooter type guy. And
Correct.
And that's where you build your money off of. So yeah, you're right. I totally agree with you.
And Luka has already showed the tendency to play at his own pace, And I know Charles Barkley was making fun of the Los Angeles Lakers yesterday, but he made an excellent point. This game is meant for young bucks. It's not meant for the old dogs.
Yeah.
Rob, hey, we have no Laker talk when I'm hosting this show, sir. So don't mention it ever again. With saying that, Dustin, Static God, give us your perspective on this. Who are you starting?
Well, I'm kind of in agreement with both Jay, Chris, and Rob, I guess. But I would say if you want to win now and win quicker, you build your team around Ja Morant because of how explosive of a player he is, what he does for the offense, and kind of what you can get out of him in terms of the supporting cast because of the way he can kind of just handle the basketball, the way he can dictate how a defense guards the offense because they have to put so much focus on him. I think if you're building a win now team, you go with him. But I think if you want to have one of those teams that's built on longevity, you build around Luka. And I'm going to use the LeBron James comparison for a second here. LeBron James is a 6'9" power forward who more often than not plays the point guard position when he gets a chance to. Luka Doncic is a 6'8" point guard by trade where if needed, you could put him as the number 3. If needed, you could put him as the number 4, but still use him as your point guard because he is so much bigger than the rest of the guards in the league. But he does have such good handle, so he can do a lot more than what Morant can on the defensive side of the ball.
I want to say this, you guys. I think a lot of us are living in the moment a little bit too much and forgetting. Yes, Ja Morant is having a phenomenal year this year. He is. Amazing season. But let's not let this blind us of what we've seen Luka done in the NBA. I mean, we've seen Luka have an amazing playoff run. We have. We've seen him take on a Clippers team that they had no business even competing with. Had no business. And we can say that he was the sole reason why they took the lead in that series. Yes, they lost, but Luka had no help. But this dude was putting up crazy numbers.
You are right. If he had some help, I mean, he had Kawhi and Paul George on the ropes. He had them on the ropes.
I mean, we have not seen that. I mean, I'm no shot against Ja because we haven't seen that out of him yet. Because I mean, hey, we'll see it this year. But let's not forget what we've seen out of Ja. And Chris, I understand he said he's a hard person to get along with. You know what they also said? They said that about Kobe.
Yeah.
They said that about Jordan. Oh,
they're not a lot of star players.
Yeah, they're not the most easiest person to get along with. I mean, yeah, their one thing they want to do, they want to win. So,
and let's be honest, if you want to put it in realistic terms, or if you want to put it more in relatable terms, let's be honest. On the network, Freddie's probably the hardest one to get along with, but we tolerate him though.
You got to look at it like this. Winners demand perfection. This is why a lot of the guys you've seen that win are not good head coaches because they don't have that patience. They want you. They don't understand why you didn't see what I saw, why you didn't cut the way I would have cut. You know, man, I'm telling you, man, you know, great players are going to be hard to work with because they expect you to know what they know.
Yeah.
What's up, Pride?
Pride in the building. So
I think a lot of it has to do with the head coach, though, too. Like, if you have an offensive-minded head coach like Steve Kerr and like how the Golden State Warriors do things, then you're going to want to build your team around a guy like Ja Morant. But if you have a team that has like an Eric Spoelstra and other players that are, or other coaches that are more defensive-minded, you're going to want to build your team around Luka Doncic because of what he brings to the table defensively.
I agree with what Pride is saying. Man, if Luka had a CJ McCollum, oh my gosh. Jeez.
All right, y'all. Let's bridge way down into the Bay or San Francisco, wherever they at, with the Golden State Warriors.
The Bay area.
The Bay Area. They have lost 7 of their last 9 games. 7 of their last 9 games. This is a team in a lot of people's eyes that can contend for a championship in the West this year. But my question is, and listen carefully, ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls of all ages. Is Steph Curry the most important player on the Golden State Warriors? Jay?
Yeah, I've been thinking about this for a little bit, and then
Mm.
I don't think there is a most important player on this Golden State Warriors team, and I'll tell you why. You take out you have Draymond Green, you got Klay Thompson, but you take out Seth Curry, that team ain't going nowhere. You take out Klay Thompson, but you got Seth Curry and you got Draymond. They're not going to get it all the way done. And the same thing with Draymond. You can see that Kuminga and Wiggins and so forth. They can't get it done. And Looney, they can't get it done either. So it's a combination of the Dub brothers that makes the Golden State Warriors the Golden State Warriors. You need all three of them doing their jobs for this team to win. And as you can see, if you take any one of the three-headed monster out, so goes the team. So I don't think there is one specific important person. I think it's a combination of the three, to be honest with you, Freddie.
Jay, that's why I disagree with you on that.
Okay.
This team, even during the dynasty years, them winning championships, their QE is Draymond Green. He is the most important Warrior because he makes it easier for the Splash Brothers. Steph Curry don't have to worry about getting others involved. All he had to do is run around screens, get open. That's all he had to do. Because Draymond is being that point forward.
So when Steph Curry was out and Klay Thompson was out, and it was Draymond there, where did they go? Did they do anything? Because maybe I missed some time out or something. I don't know. Did I miss something there, Freddie?
Okay, Jay, let me ask you this question. In the finals, when Draymond got suspended what did Golden State do? With Steph, with Klay.
Oh, I get it.
Harrison Barnes.
Yeah, they didn't go anywhere either. They didn't. I get it. Yeah.
But when Klay Thompson was out, and you had Draymond and Steph with a bunch of young guys, that team still looked respectable, correct?
They always look respectable. They just don't win. They just don't win the games.
And so now they're missing Draymond Green and Andre Iguodala.
Yeah, Iguodala don't really matter. He's so far to damn the depth chart. Iguodala really doesn't matter.
Still, you still got Steph. You still got Klay. You got the young power forward. I can't think of his name. You still got.
You're talking about Kuminga.
Yeah, you still got those young players, but they can't win.
But let me ask you this: if Wiseman was there, I think Wiseman could probably do a pretty good job filling in at the center position. But I guess I think he's still out though.
Can he? We really haven't seen Wiseman that much.
We haven't, and that's true. We haven't. We really haven't. I mean, he's been hurt quite a bit.
I mean, hey, the same thing we're saying about Zion Williamson is with getting close to whatever his name, Wiseman. And I mean, hey, even Andrew Wiggins, Mr. All-Star. What has he done since the All-Star break?
What have you done for me lately?
Chris, who's the most important player in this Golden State Warriors?
Most important player is Steph Curry. I think Draymond is real important. He's right. He's close to Curry, but I think if you take Curry off the team, Draymond's not going to be able to do all the things that he does because the defense isn't going to be as spread out as they are when Curry and Thompson are on the court with them. Where they miss Draymond right now is defensive. That's what's killing them right now in this losing streak. Without Draymond, their defense and Iguodala plays pretty good defense as well. But I think that's what's hurting them most right now is they're missing Draymond's defense.
Rob, are you going with Steph?
You know what? I hear all points. I hear everybody's point. Okay. Let's stop being ludicrous here. Steph Curry is a former MVP, 2-time MVP, 1-time unanimous. Not even the legendary Michael Jordan has done that. Steph Curry is the most important piece on the Golden State Warriors. Now, Draymond is essential to Curry's success because not only does he bring it defensively, Draymond Green gets everybody in their proper places as the point forward of this team. Steph Curry is a point guard, but he's a scoring point guard. He's there to put the ball in the bucket. You let Curry do what Curry do, but Draymond is essential to putting everybody in their proper places, and not to mention the chemistry that him and Steph Curry has off those pick and rolls. I don't think you put another player in there. Not to say Draymond Green is not important, but when you're talking about an MVP, there is nobody more important than the MVP on that team.
Okay, I'm gonna piggyback off you on that, bro. I'm gonna challenge you a little bit.
Come challenge me, Freddie.
You know,
I welcome
hear
all challenges.
So I'm about to just ask you a question. Who have more responsibilities on the team, Draymond or Steph?
Steph.
And what are those responsibilities?
It's to score the ball, to assist the ball, and to bring the energy.
We depend on Steph Curry to bring energy?
Yes, you do, because do you
Draymond brings the energy.
Draymond brings the energy as far as the and the all the growling and stuff.
Well, hell, if that's what it takes to bring energy is growling, hell, I can growl pretty good.
I'm just saying, do you see how that stadium lights up?
Bro, have you ever seen my growl? Rob, have you ever seen my growl? I got a pretty good growl, Rob. You ever seen my growl? I can do a good growl. Doesn't mean I can go out there and bring energy, or it doesn't mean I'm going to be a good player. But I got a good growl.
Hold on.
What do you want from me? I mean, hey, let's go.
So, Rob, you said Steph bring the assist, but don't you know that Draymond Green averages more assists this year than Steph Curry?
Okay, and that's because sometimes the responsibility of scoring relied on Steph. When you're missing a guy like Klay Thompson, who we saw score 60 points off 11 dribbles, that's a lot to miss. So Steph Curry.
And then did we realize that Draymond averaged more rebounds than Steph?
Okay.
But don't we realize that Draymond
average more rebounds than Steph?
Yeah, your point guard should be your leading rebounder.
Okay, listen. Do you realize that Draymond is their best defensive player?
He is.
You take Draymond off this team, Steph struggles. He struggled these last couple of games.
He has.
He didn't even attempt a shot in the fourth quarter last night. That's how bad it is, Rob.
But did you see how bad his team was, Freddie?
But guess what? You missed
when your team is not scoring. I can take 2 or 3 defenders and say, take the ball out of Steph.
But Rob, what I'm saying is, bro, Steph is the best player on this team. I'm not arguing that. Everybody knows that. But the glue to this team that's going to keep them functioning is Draymond Green.
Then that should have been the question that was asked.
But that makes you the most important player.
Important player.
That is the most important thing, because if you building something and you needed to stick, which is the most important thing to the project, because if it ain't sticking, guess what? It's gonna fall apart. Is that glue, which is that most important piece.
I look at it like this.
You like how I put that, Jay?
I like. Look, you take Steph and put him on another team. Steph is still gonna be successful. You take Draymond and put him on another team. I don't know if he's as good as he is with the Warriors. Because I think
he's actually better with another team, because he's not going to be the third option, fourth option, actually.
Yeah, but are you really looking for Draymond Green to be your second option?
I mean, Draymond right now,
when he had the chance to be the first and second option, he was still bringing you only 11 points. Let's not forget, he's had time to play.
Rob, see, I got you now, my brother. Let's take it back to the Chicago Bulls days. Wasn't there games where Dennis Rodman didn't score, but he was still very effective in his role, still one of the best players on that Chicago Bulls team by his defense and by his boards and by those blocks? Yes or no?
Yeah,
well, see, but I think, Freddie, I think where it's getting watered.
Yeah, but
I think where it's getting watered down, though.
Number 2.
Freddie, I think where this whole conversation is getting watered down
is wasn't even number 3.
Watered down is you can easily say that Steph Curry is the best player on the team, but all 3 of those guys are important to the success of the team. They're not going to the championship without all 3 of them. Let's just be freaking honest. But if you want to say who's the best, like you said, Steph Curry is the best.
We're not talking about the best.
All 3 of them it takes to get to the damn championship.
We're not talking about the best, Jay, because that's easy.
No, I get it. That's what I'm trying to say. All 3 of them are equally as important to get to the championship. You can't take one out and not take the other one. I mean, you got to have all 3 of them. And it's been proven. Have they won a championship when they haven't had all 3?
You know what, Freddie? Hey, Freddie, this is where I'm going to counteract you. Because you're saying Draymond is more important for the team. Steph Curry is more important for Draymond's success. If you look at what Draymond does, it is built tactically to help Steph. Without Steph,
It
Draymond,
is. It helps
but
Steph.
without
He
Steph,
helps Steph.
but without Steph, Draymond ain't nothing.
But without
ain't
Draymond, Steph,
I'm telling you right now, you take Draymond and put him on another team, he becomes another average player.
Hey,
Steph Curry helped Draymond become an all-star. Don't forget that.
Rob,
Curry spaces out that floor, gives Draymond more room to work the
I got a better one for you,
stuff.
and I hate bringing this up. You put Draymond on the Lakers this year. The Lakers.
See, I told you, couldn't even go 20 minutes without talking about the Lakers. I told
Actually,
you.
we went 25
I told
minutes.
you.
Actually, more than 25 minutes. Am I right or right? Hey, that Lakers team a better team.
You said the Lakers team a better team? If
With
Draymond, on the
Draymond,
team?
yeah.
No.
Well, listen what I'm trying to tell you, Rob.
No. They have Anthony Davis.
Draymond Green.
I would take
is
Anthony
the key.
Davis over Draymond Green every day.
Draymond
The Lakers
Green.
need a facilitator. They got plenty of big men. They need a facilitator, damn it.
But if you take Anthony Davis out this team, are you trusting Anthony Davis?
Hey,
Are you
Pride
saying
is heel.
Draymond's defense is better
Look
than
who
Anthony
here,
Davis?
my brother Pride. Good morning, brother.
By the way, Chris, we're gonna talk UFC. I don't care if anyone has a problem with it. We'll fight the world. I came here specifically for Chris. Fredward, we're not friends. Jay, I'm mad at you for some reason. Dustin is abandoning us, so him and I are not.
I Pride.
And Rob is from Chicago, so I hate him. All right. So right now, Chris, you are the only dude I'm here for. How you fellas feeling today?
Very good. I'm just trying to educate these guys. Do you know what we're talking about right now?
Last time I saw it was you guys talking about who's the most important player on Golden State.
Yes. Give us your answer, please.
So, who do I think is the most important? I'll be honest. This is a weird question. I believe the most important person on Golden State, in all honesty, is their chemistry. I don't think it's one person. Now, Freddie, I heard what you were saying.
Snap!
And Freddie, I heard what you're saying about Draymond. Now, don't get it twisted now. What
I'm getting
Draymond
all the way
brings to the
twisted. You
table-
agree with me. I'm getting all the way
It's
twisted. Let's
rare
go,
that
Brian.
happens, but I'm with Jay. Listen, I get what you're saying, Freddie, with what Draymond brings to the table. Because let's be honest, I agree with what you were saying. His point forward style, it does help Steph be able to utilize more of his off-ball movement, where he then can rely on those screens to get open, clean looks. I'm with you there. But again, you take Draymond away, Steph still puts up his numbers, but we've seen Steph can't carry that load. We all know Clay can't carry that load. And then when you put Draymond by himself, he looks like Lonzo when he was with the Lakers. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is like again, they're all great, but their greatness truly comes when they come together, because everything they do, it just fits naturally and perfectly with each other. Like Draymond's point forward mentality helps Steph be more of a run around type of situation. And same thing with Clay. Same exact thing with Clay. I think it all kind of helps. So I get what you're saying, Freddie. And I heard you say something about, what happened when Draymond was suspended in the finals. He was suspended one game, and then everyone forgets he played 3 more. Like after that, 3 more games were played with Draymond on that team, and they lost.
No, but I'm just saying him getting suspended, that team, that kind of threw off like the whole chemistry of that team. They never did recover from that. And hey, he's a big part of that team.
See, for one game though, let's be honest, one
game makes a big difference. Yeah.
Aren't you the same Freddie who says that when after Clay having 2 injuries back to back, him coming back was going to be no problem? But Draymond be suspended for a whopping.
We're talking about in the finals.
One game,
We're talking about a guy that builds on his momentum. We're not talking about a guy, Klay Thompson, who can shoot the basketball no matter what. Pride. Next topic, please.
All I know is, listen, if Draymond's averaging 15 plus, God bless him. But every time they played, they lost by double digits with him. So I don't care. But again, I get what you're saying. All I'm saying, in tandem, they're great. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead, Freddie.
Next topic, and I'm gonna on to get a little. You know,
I like how I was on the same side as Pride. Word. How important do I feel this morning?
It's so rare. It's so rare for me and Jay to be on the same. It feels weird. I don't know.
it's got to get different now.
If you
It's got to be different now.
and you're on my right, when typically you're always on my left, having Freddie on the left, top left corner, feels really awkward. Like, you know how when you go to prom and you're like, and you look at the girl on the internet, and you're like, oh my gosh, she's so hot. And then you see Freddie in real life, you're like, damn, he's round mound. What the hell?
Listen, man.
Hey, and that filter does wonders.
Listen, man. You know what? Since Rod is here, I think it's time to get the blood flowing. I'm gonna go with a whole different topic.
Why?
Okay, y'all.
Trying to do anything.
Who is the best player in the NBA today?
Right now?
Right now.
Well, I'm be honest with you. I got two answers. I got two. This is me speaking with my heart. LeBron James. Okay, that's just me speaking with my heart. Okay, that's just my heart. Now, in terms of who I legitimately believe is the best player in the NBA, I believe you can make an argument, no lie, for at least 5 guys. I think Kevin Durant has a valid argument. I think Steph Curry has a valid argument. As much as I don't like this guy, Giannis, he has a good argument. I think Jokic has an argument. And if you don't think Jokic is the best big man in the league and you think Embiid, you could also make a case that Embiid is the best player. Luka Doncic. This coming out party, John Morant. I know he's not
one,
there.
Pride.
You missing DeRozan, bro.
Nah.
That's true. No, DeRozan does
This
get
year,
overlooked.
and we're talking about this
If we're
season,
talking about
bro.
solely this
Come on,
year,
man.
if we're talking about solely this year, do I think he is? No, but I do. I respect the argument for it. I respect.
Pride. That was such a grown answer.
Oh my god! That's like DeMar DeRozan's trash, bro.
You know what? I think it's because DeRozan has that mid-range jumper, and he relies on that mid-range. And the mid-range jumper just isn't as sexy as the three-pointer or the dunk.
But the reason it
Nah,
works
but he
is
makes
just
it
because
sexy
it's.
with that feet work.
I get it. I get it too. I get it.
If I had to say who's the best player in the NBA, I'm gonna be. I'm pick Jokic. I'm pick Jokic. I love him. I don't think he ever gets enough respect. Like I said, there's like 7 guys you can make an argument for. I think right now we're in a point where there's no clear-cut best player in the NBA. I think the date again for you to say that, Freddie, that means you don't know what you're talking about. But there's no clear-cut best player in the NBA anymore.
Jamie McLovin, give us your best player, man.
Oh, by the way, real quick,
I totally believe what Pride is saying. And I've been saying that for a while with Joker because Joker was MVP last year. His numbers this year are even better than last year. I think you can't just look at who scores the most points. You got to look at the best overall 5-tool guy. And the best all-around player in all aspects right now playing in the game is Joker.
Can I say one thing real quick? Just real quick.
You're going to timeout.
One thing. I just want the world to know that the Boston Celtics, we mollywop the Grizzlies. Okay? Let me have my one moment. Now, I'm not saying we win it at all. Just give me my one moment.
I'm gonna give you that one moment, Pride, because I don't like seeing.
That's all I need. That's all I need. Just give me that one moment.
Because a guy that when you're deflated drinking your rum.
Tatum on his birthday was going bonkers. John Morant was like, "Oh, I can keep up with you." John Morant was like, "Oh yeah, we gonna win. We gonna win." Jason Tatum, you would have thought looking at him like Braun when Braun blocked Curry, and Curry was like, "Oh, what do you let me think? Man, shut up, little dude." Like, that's what he was doing, bro. We did all that, and right here, funny part, all that without Jaylen Brown. Hey yo, Eastern Conference Finals, here we come. I'm about to be like Freddie now.
You know, and I like seeing the version.
I might need to trade Jaylen Brown.
Hey, Pride. I like seeing this version of you, Pride, because when you're drinking your rum and looking all deflated, I don't like that. I like the more happier version of you, and this is a happy version of you.
Yo, Rob, this show makes me an alcoholic.
Rob,
I don't know what's up with this Jay and Pride love fest going on. You guys,
hey, every once in a while, me and Pride do it.
I had to put him in timeout, Rob. As you can tell, Rob, who's the best player in the game, man?
Kevin freaking Durant. That's who the best player is in the league.
No, he didn't say the best hospital
what is
patient.
wrong
He
with
said the
y'all.
best player because right now Durant's laid up still.
That's the
No,
and Rob,
KD
that's
is
the only
back.
that's the only reason why I didn't pick KD because he's been injured.
He
But
has.
let's be honest, before his injury, he was playing MVP basketball.
Okay.
So I'm not mad at you for saying that.
I know we had to clarify. We talking about this season or we talking about
No, we
in
just
the
talking about
NBA?
period. No, we ain't doing this.
Come on,
shit.
We're talking
Kevin
about this
Durant.
year.
Kevin freaking Durant. Right now, if you're not thinking Kevin Durant, I don't know what's wrong with you.
No, wait, I thought we were doing this year. Are we doing overall?
I get it.
or
I'm
what
not
are we
mad
doing?
at you.
We're
Overall.
talking about a guy that can score at all aspects of the ball, a very underrated defender, and he's 7 feet freaking tall with handles like a point guard. Kevin Durant is the total package. I'm just mad he left Golden State and went to that fiasco known as the Brooklyn Nets.
Well, he kind of had to. Well, he had to go elsewhere to, because
I get it, because there's always going to be Steph team.
True.
There's always going to be Steph
Yeah,
team.
so
Just like
he
LeBron
wanted
had to
that
leave
validation.
Miami, that was always going to be Wade County. We understand that.
exactly.
You need to know that LA, that's Kobe and Shaq house.
That's
Not
Kobe's
here.
house. I wouldn't even say Shaq. That's the house Kobe built.
Yeah, LeBron's just renting it from Kobe, to be honest with you.
No, he just leasing it. It's not even rent. Chris, who's the best player in the game right now?
I'll go with Kevin Durant as well. I agree with Rob because when Durant's healthy, he can get to his spot whenever he wants to and shoot over anybody.
Dustin?
He's underrated defensively. When Durant's healthy, I think he's the best player in the game right now.
I'm
Dustin?
not mad at you for that. I like it. Like I said, the only reason why I took him out, like I said, you can have an argument. For me, it was just the fact that he got injured. But, again, prior to that injury, that's why I'm not mad for y'all picking him. Prior to the injury, he was playing MVP caliber basketball.
I had to pick the man because of what? Look at that Milwaukee series. We're talking about the eventual world champions. You took them to a game 7, almost won, but literally had a pinky toe on the line. I mean, by himself. There was no Kyrie. You had a half of himself, more than half of himself, James Harden, and a bunch of nobodies. And KD, he showed up and showed out, man. And KD's been showing out for quite some time.
Yeah. No, he's right. You're right. You're right. That's why I'm not mad at it. I'm not
All
mad
right,
at it.
all right, Dustin.
As much as I love Durant, and I've always said that Durant is probably the best player in the NBA just because of what he can do on an offensive side of things, where he can score from anywhere on the floor pretty much. I do think Jokic at this point is the best player because of what he's doing. He's basically giving you triple-double caliber numbers that Russell Westbrook would typically give you, but he's doing it from the center position, and he's doing it at a much more effective standard. He doesn't turn the ball over like Westbrook. He doesn't make a lot of the same dumb mistakes, but yet he's still going to give you triple-double numbers on a given night. And for a center to do that, not only 1 year, but now going on 2 straight years, that shows you a lot of his game and how much he's improved since getting drafted.
All right, let me give my take. We're going to take a quick commercial break. It's Kevin Durant. It's not even close. I mean, he's been the best player. I mean, hey, this dude, like you say, can score anywhere on the court. It don't matter. Give him the ball, and he's going to score it. I mean, he's not afraid of the moment. He don't pass it, and then when it comes to crunch time, he get double teamed. Oh, he won't pass it off. Guess what? He takes the moment in, and he delivers. We seen him in the biggest moments deliver in the clutch. Let's not act like that we've not seen that. This
Game
guy,
3.
yeah, this dude takes a month off or takes however long off because the injury comeback just dropped 31. I mean, that's just that easy.
It's nothing.
Yeah, like it's nothing. I got him number 1. I got Jokic number 2. I got Giannis number 3. I got John Morant number 4. I got Luka number 5. Joel Embiid number 6. So
you got John Morant over Steph Curry?
Oh, I'm sorry. Put Steph and just keep the order down. So Joel Embiid number 7.
You got Ja over Luka?
Let me redo this list. I'm sorry.
You got to do something.
So number 1, I got KD. Number 2, I got Jokic.
Okay.
Number 3, I got Steph.
Okay.
4, I got Giannis. 5, I got Luka. 6, I got John Morant. Number 7, I got Joel Embiid.
I like how Rob made you rethink your whole life.
But I didn't hear LeBron.
Hey, I got your boy DeRozan at number 8 too.
Where's LeBron? I can't believe I'm asking that.
He didn't even have LeBron in there.
He's number
LeBron like in the mid 15s, honestly, bro.
All right, you guys. This has been a great show, you guys.
Rob, he's had a bad season this year. Rob,
LeBron's not having a bad season.
You got pride over there about ready to burst to the TV.
He had a bad season this year. You know why? Rob, I'm gonna tell you why. Look. People get
Freddie, you're making pride drink his rum already.
Hold on. We get stuck in the numbers, Rob. We get
I'm stuck in the talent, Freddie.
We get
there he
stuck
goes. There goes the rum.
bro,
I told y'all to have that man drinking before it was.
Listen, I wish I could
put some of that in my coffee, man.
I wish I can bring the video up. Hold on, Jay. Hold on. I wish I could bring video up that when he's playing defense, how he plays no defense, how he don't go back on defense. I mean, we see many people put up big numbers in the NBA, but these numbers are not being impactful to the team. They're not.
But we just stated we're not talking about just this season. We're talking about overall in the NBA.
Well, overall, he's like number 6 or 7.
He's number 2.
No, he's not number 2.
He's number 2.
He's not number 2.
He's number 2,
not
just like he is on the GOAT list, but
not even close. He's like number 6 on the GOAT.
Look, Pride couldn't even enjoy my joke.
We're not going
to. It's honestly, it's to the point, and I'm not even trying to be mean.
It's disrespectful, and that's what it came.
No, man. It's to the point.
I want to hear all due disrespect.
That's disrespect.
I don't want to go that route, but all jokes aside, let's move on to the next next topic, because Freddie, you don't watch basketball, dog. I ain't trying to.
Like, you mean to tell me LeBron not getting back on defense is okay?
You don't watch basketball.
Hey, can I say this?
You mean to tell me him
70% of the league does that. I've seen Joel Embiid do it. I've seen Jokic do it. I've seen Kevin Durant do it. And you're still here. Oh. Get out of here, bro.
How about this? You turn the ball over in key moments.
What's the next topic?
That's okay. You're the same guy to criticize Russell Westbrook, but when your guy do it, you don't want to hear it.
Oh, here we go.
Here's the rabbit
hole. I have no problem you criticizing it. The problem is when uneducated people who don't watch basketball, do not know the rules, do not even know the channel that their supposed team is on, when like those people have the nerve
like him in the comment
and even say it with a straight face, oh yeah, LeBron doing this, that's him every single day. That is by far the laziest, stupidest,
but
I would take a 37-year-old LeBron over 99% of everybody in the NBA right now.
You smoking.
Easy.
Please, you take a guy
right
who's
now.
out, who cries. Oh, he touched me.
I would take LeBron.
I love LeBron. I'm going to take him over Joker.
Hold on. I love what you said, Freddie. You said,
I'm not taking
you're crying about a
Steph. I ain't taking over Giannis. I ain't taking over KD. I ain't taking over Embiid.
And if you want to make an argument for those guys, fine.
None of them.
If you want to make an argument for those guys, fine.
Not 37-year-old Bron. He ain't that dude no more.
I don't mind you making a case for those guys. That's why Rob said 90.
No, he's at 99.
I'm not taking him over Luka. Because guess what? For as much as LeBron don't play defense, Luka plays less. And I love Luka. Luka plays less defense. What has LeBron done to be the best?
Oh, good God.
He's been the face of the NBA since 2000.
He's been to 10 finals and only won 4.
I'm going to put it to you like this.
That's very efficient.
The next guy, show me another guy who has literally owned a conference. And then hold on, Freddie, I'm not talking to you. Okay? Show me another guy who's owned a conference, then said that the conference he owns is easy and it's a cakewalk. Then when that same individual leaves to the other conference, all of a sudden, the Western Conference is now a cakewalk and the East is ridiculously tough.
And can you tell me when the last
I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you.
I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to this panel.
I'm not talking to you.
Unlike Michael Jordan, 6-0, never took it to a game.
I'm not talking about. I'm not
Never took
I'm
it
not talking
to
about
a
the
game.
GOAT. I'm not talking about the GOAT. I'm not talking about the GOAT. Because when it comes to the GOAT conversation, Freddie, you're inconsistent. Because you're the same dude who was sucking LeBron for a whopping 3 weeks. You said Tim Duncan was better than MJ. You try to say Kobe was better than MJ. So when it comes to that, you have zero consistency whatsoever.
I've never said Tim Duncan was MJ.
So in terms of
GOAT conversation, I've never said that. I've never said that. I've never said that.
They got
Hey,
you.
you know what?
Where is the proof? I've been asking Nate for the proof.
Wait, hold on, Freddie. Pride is saying that when it comes to sports commentators, you're the Walmart version.
No,
He said you're the Dr. Thunder of commentators.
Let me explain to you, like I
His commentators like going to the flea
and
market,
everybody
bro.
else
It's
that don't want to
ridiculous.
be educated. It is our job as analysts to break down what we see. And what I've seen is a guy.
You're taking against some 72-cent Dr.
Hold on,
Thunder,
Jay, let
please.
him finish, Jay. Let him finish, Jay. Let him finish.
That cares nothing about his numbers.
Go ahead.
That does not play defense,
Oh, yeah, go
but
ahead.
want to cry for the team that he put together.
Go ahead.
And his ass can get out of LA.
Go ahead. Okay, you done? You done? If that's what you see, clean your glasses. Go get a better prescription. Because ain't no way you're gonna sit here and blame Braun for the whole thing. Like, let's stop pretending like Braun went out of his way to go get Malik Monk. Listen,
He went out of his way to
and
get
got Russ.
Russell
He
Westbrook.
went and got Russ and he got Carmelo. If you want to blame him for that, sure. Let's pump the brakes and stop acting like he's out here going to Rob Pelinka talking about, yo, by the way, we got to make sure we go get Trevor Ariza. We need to stop this mess. We need to stop this mess.
The biggest problem is not them guys. It's Russell Westbrook who destroyed this team. So don't go there with me, Pride.
By the way, breaking news from Frankie Cruz Jr. The Cowboys are going to release Amari Cooper.
Hold on, Jay.
Part of the new league year.
We about to take a commercial break because I need a break from Pride before I come to that screen and I can't teach him a lesson.
I need a break from your unintelligence, Freddie. I'm back to
I
the
love you,
category.
Pride.
Brian said his IQ went down 3 points listening to Freddie's discussions. I don't understand.
I love you, Pride.
I love you too, Fredward.
Let's take a commercial.
No, don't start throwing that lovey-dovey stuff now. Y'all better keep that same narrative energy.
Jay, are you mad that I got love for Pride?
Nah, you know what it is? Nah, you want to know why me and Freddie are gonna be on the same page? Because that next topic, me and Freddie, we about to team up on you, Jay. So you better check it.
Let's take a commercial break, y'all.
Get ready. This summer, the Arena League Sports is on ASAP Network. Tune in live on either the Tiki Live or Roku app, as well as your smart home TV.
After you sent it, what I call the
Make sure you guys subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on our Facebook, follow us on all our great platforms here at the ASAP Network. We do have some breaking news coming out of the NFL world. America's team by the owner of Mr. the one and only Jerry Jones. And this is reported by Adam Schefter. Cowboys are likely to release the Pride. Can you pull up real quick? Can you pull up what the Cowboys traded to get Mr. Cooper?
Oh, yes, sir.
They traded 3 draft picks.
No,
Cowboys.
stay right there. Stay right there. Don't go nowhere. Go ahead, Fredward.
I'll finish repeating the report real quick.
I'm telling you what they traded. They traded 3 draft
Hold on,
picks.
Jay. Hold on. They are likely to release wide receiver Amari Cooper by the start of the new league year. Per league sources, Cooper is due $20 million and fully guaranteed money of the 5th day of the new year, which is March 20th. And when you have that deal together, you can start. But Jay, how does that make you feel hearing that?
I mean, he is due $20 million, and they have Gallup, and they have other. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Amari Cooper is still a really good wideout, no doubt about it. But $20 million, I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, I thought Jerry Jones would pay it. Jerry typically pays people. I don't know why he's not paying it, but I guess the team feels like they can move on from him, and he's at $20 million at other spots and try to get the cap back under the constraints. Because I mean, the Cowboys are hurting on the cap realm, so I don't know, man. It sucks, but but if you got to let go of Amari, at least you got Gallup. I just hope Gallup can come back from that knee injury that he had.
I don't want to be mean because I love Jay. I like him. Cool dude, you feel me? He's been holding me down. So I love you, Jay. You feel me? So
I feel you.
But this is by far the funniest, most entertaining, yet the most obvious thing that could have happened.
Mm-hmm.
The problem, and here's something, I'm gonna say something. I need you guys to just sit on it for 1 minute. Amari Cooper was Russell Westbrook before Russell Westbrook was Russell Westbrook. Let that sink in 1 moment. And what I mean by that is when the Lakers traded for Russ, he was the savior. He was supposed to be that guy. Amari Cooper, I was told, was one of the best wide receivers in the league. The same people who told me that, the same exact people who told me that, didn't know that he was in Oakland. The same people who told me that thought that they drafted him in 2019. These are the same people who told me that. This is what I was informed, right? Then on top of that, this dude was paid like a top receiver when my guy was playing like a role player. On the road, the game was so hard, he was taking on-field sabbaticals. He was doing Kyrie Irving before Kyrie Irving was popular. Let me say that one more time. On the field, my guy's looking at the coach saying, "Coach, owie, I'm hurt. By the way, I'm healthy." My guy was doing Jay Cutler. I can't play on the field, but I'm pedaling on a bike on the sideline. Let this sink in. And again, this is nothing to you, Jay, because I've never heard you promote. No, because I've never heard Jay say, "Oh yeah, Amari Cooper's great." I've never heard him say that. So this isn't a him. But I've never in my life understood why is Amari Cooper sought and looked at as elite. Why? On God, somebody must have said, "Oh yeah, this was a good trade," and somebody was like, "Good trade? You got to steal. It was elite." Like, no.
Yeah, I didn't like the whole idea of giving up 3 first-round picks for him. Yeah, I wasn't on board with that at all.
Yeah, and mind you, the most important pick I think was in the 2019 draft. I think it was like a first rounder, which is like was like the real linchpin, right? So it's like, on what planet are we gonna sit here and pretend Amari Cooper, forget elite, I won't even call him good. Like, but then again, he fits Dallas. He fits him perfectly. Why? The dude is inconsistent. And ready, here's the funny part. That inconsistent mofo is the most consistent part of that entire team. Let that sink in. Let that sink in.
I want to take it a different step, though, Pride. This just shows you a bad management of how they handle things, with this team. You overpaid for a guy in Ezekiel Elliott as well. That has something to do with you not able to keep Amari Cooper. I mean, we can call it what it is. You like you said, overpaid for Amari Cooper as well, just like Ezekiel Elliott
and Dak
and Dak Prescott. I mean, and DeMarcus Lawrence. What has he done since he got that big payday?
Well, no, with DeMarcus Lawrence, I think that's a little different.
Nah,
and
bro.
Same thing with Zeke. I'm gonna tell you why it's a little different. We got to remember, before they got paid, they were balling stupidly well. We need to be fair here. You know what I mean? More for DeMarcus Lawrence. For DeMarcus Lawrence, it was more he got paid, and it almost seemed like when he got paid, he kind of was just like, "All right, I'm good now." Kind of the same thing with Zeke a little bit. So I'm not going. You can still say overpaid, but I just think for those two, it was once they got paid. I don't know if it's their drive.
They just said hell with it. Yeah, once they got paid, they weren't hungry anymore.
What I'm saying is, though, they didn't have to pay him as much as they paid him. Nobody in their right mind paying a running back when the Cowboys played Ezekiel Elliott. I mean, let's be fair here. A running back do not stay that elite for how many years? They don't stay on top of the running game like they do the first 3 to 4 years in the season. And that's why we've seen a drop-off with Ezekiel Elliott. But I will say this, Jerry Jones, don't forget where you was at before Amari. That offense was not flowing at all. there was a problem. Let's not forget that. Now we're about to see what the real CD Lamb is going to be, because now you're about to lose Cooper, you're going to lose Gallup. So who are you going to go with now? CD. And last time I see CD Lamb, he didn't look too good. No. I mean, matter of fact, I heard some Cowboy fans that he needed to take number 88 off. That is a disgrace of you putting number 88 on.
Bro, he was clamped. Yep.
So, oh boy, America's team. I love it.
I guess you would. I mean, let's be honest. You're the biggest sellout fan ever.
Will go wrong. Because
I mean, hey, listen. Hey, look, we all have nicknames on here. I'm Jay McLovin. You got Prideward. You got Gonzo, and then you got the sellout, Freddie the Sellout Henderson. Whoa! I get it, man. Hey, it's all good. Okay, Freddie, listen, man.
I'm a sellout. So I'm
hey, listen. I don't even think the membership application has been processed yet.
Right. And not putting up with what the world is putting up with, I'm a sellout for that. Well, you know what, Damon? Hell, call me the sellout. Ready to sellout.
Chris, can I ask you a question, Chris? Before the show started, did these two get into it? Because after being fired, and I can't keep up. I'm ducking, bro. I'm like, yo, this is. We're not even in the same room.
Hey, listen. If anybody here on this panel, let's just take
for the last 28 years that has been irrelevant.
Freddie, hold on 1 second. Let's just take a quick poll. Can I get a?
You will never see this team win a Super Bowl ever in your lifetime because y'all are addicted.
Hey, hold on, Freddie. Can I get a quick poll?
Y'all will like cheap instead y'all are, but because y'all don't know how to run a business.
Freddie's so mad right now.
You're done.
Freddie is human. Freddie, I just gotta get a poll. Can I get a poll pretty quick? Hang on, can I get a poll? If you think that Freddie is a diehard Rams fan and not a sellout, please raise your hand.
Graham,
just raise your hand. If you think that, Rob, I know you don't have a video, but just give a bark.
I'm not going to
bark or something that says that you believe that Freddie is not a sellout and he's a diehard Rams fan.
I'm a sellout.
There he is.
Rob, you know why I'm a sellout? Rob, you know why I'm a sellout? Because I will not be like these idiots in the world that's going to put up for wrong, or stand up for wrong.
No, it's not about putting up for the wrong, but you just called the Super Bowl winning team. A week before they became the Super Bowl winning team.
Well, at least I'm relevant, your ass not.
He's so mad. Freddie's fuming.
I'm not
I can see smoke coming out of his ear.
I'm not mad at all. Trust me. You've never seen me mad. I'm not mad.
He's not happy though.
I am happy. You see a smile on my face, don't you? If somebody's smiling at me, they're pretty happy. I know you might don't know the difference because your ass has been irrelevant for 28 damn years.
Oh, shots fired. It's okay, Freddie.
Boom, 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 that.
It's okay. Listen, you've been a fan for 28 days. I get it, man. Look, has it been 28 days? Have we even eclipsed a month yet? I don't know. Is this monthly? I don't know. I'm just asking. Has it been 28 days?
Yo, Chris, he said his fandom hasn't even been longer than the month of February. What is going on here? No. Freddie, what's your response?
I just know one thing.
Go ahead, Freddie.
McLovin, the last time his team won a Super Bowl this dude, I mean, hell, he probably himself had a damn afro. I mean, it's been that long. It's been that long. I mean, it's been a long time. I mean, the Cowboys have been irrelevant. They're supposed to be the face of the league, but they let one man and Thomas Edward Brady Jones, whatever his damn name is,
whoa.
7 Super Bowls.
Hold on, Freddie. Listen, Freddie.
And here we go. Let the fireworks begin, baby.
I promise.
Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. Let's go, Freddie.
Right, Freddie. Come on, bro. Come on.
I'll say it. Tell me I say it.
He said Thomas Jackson, Leroy Brown, freaking Brady.
Edwards, Patrick, Brady.
Thomas Leroy Jackson Brady.
Thomas Edward Brady Jr.
Right. Ready? No. We're going to go name by name. Ready? It's Thomas.
Oh, God.
Edward, Patrick, Brady,
Junior.
He said Brady Jr. He came in the NFL and won 7 Super Bowls. When the last time you've been to one? So don't get come here.
Listen, this has been ASAP in the morning, and I don't know about you, but I'm rolling. I'm over here rolling on the floor.
Yeah, like your Cowboys, just like your Cowboys.
Have like the superior.
I love it.
Frankie, you know what, Frank? You come on the damn show. You always run out there. Go on the show.
Yo, hold on, Frankie. Frankie, the challenge has been laid down.
He ain't gonna answer. He ain't gonna come on because he's one of those. He's a bronze sexual himself. Yeah. He's a bronze.
Hey, Freddie, hold on. Hey, breaking news. Breaking news. I just got off the phone with the Rams ticket holders, and they have said, Freddie, the fandom for the Rams is full, and we got to reject your application. Good luck. See you next year. I hear the Chargers will take you. I think I can get a word of reference in there for you.
Frankie's not a Lakers fan. He's a bronze sexual fan.
Hold on. Yo, hold on.
He said LeBron sexual fan.
I know I gotta defend myself because the way Freddie said that, he was high key subbing me too. He almost said, "Yo, Frankie and Pride." Like he almost said "and Pride." So let me defend myself. I'm not a bronze sexual. You feel me? I'm not.
No, Frankie is. He ain't no Laker fan. He don't even know what it is to feel like to win championship. Because I can tell off his takes what he believes, and he's not no Laker fan.
I'm just saying, Freddie, don't say bronze sexual, dog, because you said that, and that's the way your face and your man.
It's the way it was.
In there, bro. So weird. Just in case your free Pride do nothing.
Hey, this is live.
Oh, he here. Get him in here.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Do not do that, bro. Yo, you challenge me, I come on, bro. I'm Frankie
I
Two
know
Bell, bro.
it. I told
Don't
you.
do that shit.
Let's go.
I said that's Frankie Cool Time.
I'm here.
Hey,
Listen,
they don't call
listen.
Frankie
I'm
2
sitting-
times for nothing.
I'm sitting in my room. I got my robe on because I'm chilling in the
clean,
early
bro.
morning.
You
I'm
look
sipping
like a
on some coffee, and I'm laughing at my man.
What's in that
Jay.
coffee, Frankie? That ain't
My
just
man
coffee.
Jay over there spitting some facts for the unscripted crew because my man Freddie over there struggling being a 2-time and hater with the Giants. We know we're gonna go. We know you're gonna go back
Hey,
soon.
Frankie, I quote unquote. He said Thomas Edward Leroy Jackson Brady.
And you know what? And that's
sorry,
exactly
Jack.
why I love my
Me and
boy Pride,
Frankie.
because my boy Pride is right by my side, and we know what Tom Brady's real name is. And you got the nerve to say his name wrong. You want to be a Rams fan? Don't forget Tom Brady is 2-0 against your team,
Well, we gonna
so-called
see how
team
you
in the
like mac
Super
and
Bowl.
cheese. We gonna see how you like mac and cheese.
Y'all don't
I'm
even
on the
think
mac
about
and
Tom
cheese
Brady.
train. I'm on the mac and
Don't
cheese
talk about
train.
Freddie, here's the thing, Freddie.
Call him
You
the
said
GOAT.
we don't see how we like it mac and cheese. Homie, I don't like mac and cheese. I love it. You feel me?
Well,
Velveeta,
love
baby.
it,
Velveeta.
Because he ain't gonna do what Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. did for you. But like I said, Frankie, you ain't no Lakers fan. You a LeBron sexual fan. That's who you are, sir.
See, Freddie, that's where you're wrong. That's where you're wrong.
What it mean to be a Laker?
That's where you're wrong. And Jay,
LeBron
no.
ain't the problem. LeBron, no.
This is where you're wrong. And this is where you're wrong. And even Jay knows. I'm not even a LeBron fan. I'm not even a LeBron fan. I'm not a LeBron fan. I'm really not. I fucking hated when I hated. Excuse my language. I hated when the Lakers picked up LeBron James. I accepted it because I knew he would bring us a title soon. But you know what? You over there saying it's LeBron James' fault why the Lakers are it's not LeBron James' fault, bro.
How come it's not?
It's not. He's doing what he's doing.
So
He's
Frank,
putting
let
up
me
points.
ask you
He's
a question.
putting up rebounds. He's putting
Frank,
up
let me ask you a
assists.
question.
You
If it wasn't for LeBron, would Russell Westbrook be here?
That's the one thing you can say.
Well, that's the main thing I can say.
But hold on, but here's the thing. And listen,
LeBron fan. You couldn't say one word against him.
And listen. This is me as a LeBron fan. I am not a LeBron sexual.
You
all
are.
right? But I'm not. When I criticize him when he needs to be criticized. I have criticized LeBron James when he needs to be.
You have?
I have.
I've never seen that.
See, that right there clearly knows you don't know what you're talking about, because the big thing this year was that he deserves blame for bringing Russ in here, and you agreed with me on that. So again, you just contradicted yourself, but then again, you contradict yourself all the time, so that's really no surprise. So
Wasn't Freddie the one 3 weeks ago praising LeBron, calling him the GOAT?
Yes, he was.
I sure did. You know
and Frankie,
and then he turns it around when LeBron wants to play with his son.
Because it is our job as sports analysts to call what we see. At that time, I called it how I see it. But
are you ready to hear the funny part about it?
You know what a GOAT don't do, Frankie? You know what a GOAT don't do?
Freddie, you like the Chris Collinsworth of ASAP, bro.
Frankie, do you know what a GOAT don't do? If you knew any damn thing about the Lakers, you put him.
You know when Freddie's upset, he don't even put pauses or rest in between his words. It's just one big, long, run-on sentence that goes on forever and ever and ever.
Let me just say something real quick, Freddie. Then after I promise I'll give you the floor.
Frankie, no, hold on, Pride.
No. Let me just say
no. Pride, no, Frankie. Listen here, sir. Let me tell you something about the Lakers tradition, because I know you just came from Cleveland. Okay, listen, it's not about one championship. It's not. It's about multiple championships. And if you don't deliver that, we don't care. LeBron James, beginning of this season, Rob Pelinka had Buddy Hield. He had a deal ready to go. LeBron said, no, I won't Russ. And guess what? We got him. And what is that got in us? We ain't even going to make a play-in tournament.
Freddie,
I'm gonna please. He ain't no GOAT.
I'm going to agree with what
you already gave up
earlier.
on the Lakers a week ago. You said they were going to make a deep playoff run.
I'm going to agree.
You know why they done, Chris? You know why? Because
damn, he done taking the microphone off the stand.
You know
now
why
we're about to really get into it.
Chris? Because they got two of our favorite players, Ass and Glass. Ass is Russ and Glass is AD.
I'm going to agree with Pride earlier, and I'm going to say,
of course, y'all, Brian.
I'm going to say you need new prescriptions for that glasses, bro.
Thank you. Because this is what I'm saying. And by the way, real quick, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to let y'all have something about Freddie, right? Freddie, do you like Matthew Stafford?
I love him.
Oh my God!
Hold on.
Oh my
You
God!
know where I'm going with this, Freddie.
Bro.
It's funny because when he was a Giants fan, he was leading the anti-Matthew Stafford bandwagon
asking for the proof.
to the point that it almost seemed personal.
Where's the proof at, Pride? I've been asking you for it. You have yet to give me.
Okay, Freddie, do me a favor. Do me a favor. Bet. We'll play this game. I want you to swear to God.
It says
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
No. It says in the Bible, don't put his name in his name, so I would not.
See, no. And right here, I've heard you swear to God before. So
You've never heard me.
I'm chilling.
Prove it.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. That's what I'm saying. So rudely interrupted.
I
understand that we're going to sit here and blame LeBron for getting Russ. We have to.
But you and Frankie are going to agree because Bron said.
And I'm not going to absolve him of it, right?
Why you keep saying that? I'm not a LeBron fan.
No, because here's the thing. Because you want.
You saying I'm a LeBron fan because I'm telling you the truth on LeBron James putting up high numbers, high rebounds, high assists.
But you say LeBron has no fault on the court. So you're okay the other night when Malik Monk went for the 11, he missed, and LeBron didn't chase back on defense. You're okay with that as a Laker fan.
Well, Malik Monk should have made that layup.
No. You're okay with LeBron not going back and play defense. You're okay with him pouting and let the power go for a dunk the other night.
Do you see KD rushing back to
and that's my point.
Exactly.
Do you see Joel Embiid running back on D?
When it comes to LeBron, see, and this is why
it ain't about the name on the back.
Have to defend LeBron.
It's about the name on the front.
Because listen, there are times where LeBron messes up, and we hold him accountable. No debate.
You don't talk about Lakers.
When he did it with the real quick, Frank. Let me just say this real quick. I'm gonna send it back to you. What he did with the Mavs when he, you know what I mean, like he played okay, but watching it. There were moments where he needed to take over, and he didn't. He needs to wear that because if LeBron plays like the LeBron we know, they're winning it 4-1. But he didn't. So he needs to wear that responsibility, okay? Like in that moment, I do criticize him. You see what I'm saying? The problem why when people like Freddie say that when you defend LeBron, you're a Bron sexual, where you lose credibility is you kill LeBron for something everybody in the league does. Jimmy Butler is a dog, and I've seen him do that same thing. You know who else is a dog? Patrick Beverly. He's done the same thing. Kawhi Leonard.
DeMar DeRozan.
Freddie, I'm not talking to you. I'm
talking to you, though.
I'm talking to everybody else. Kawhi Leonard, who's a cyborg. He's done it.
DeMar DeRozan.
At the end of the day, I'm going to criticize whoever do it because guess what? Michael Jeffrey Jordan would never.
But I've seen Tim Duncan do it.
Kobe Bean Bryant would never do it.
I've seen Kobe do it.
Show me. You keep talking, but you ain't showing me.
There's nobody in the history of the NBA
has
done that.
I should pop me some popcorn this morning for this.
Go to your corner. As I was saying, Everybody
How did we get two Bron
does
Texans
that.
on the damn
Everybody who's
show?
ever played has done that. Like Gary Payton, he's considered one of the greatest defensive players in the history of the game. He's done it. So my thing is, why are we gonna like if you want to say, come on, Bron, do better? Okay,
but you know what? But you know what, Bron? Hold on.
I'm not done. I'm not done, Fred.
You are done. You are done.
Get out of here. I'm not done. I don't care. I'm not done. As I was saying,
you are done. You are done. Listen here.
As I was saying, so rudely
one thing about LeBron, he want to blame everybody else. He want to get mad. Oh, he did this. He did that. Don't do better. No, LeBron, you be the leader. You be the leader. You do better. He don't do better. But guess what? He want to cry. He want to moan. Your guy's not that guy no more.
Who you want him to continue to play?
He ain't that guy no more. He ain't that guy.
LeBron James has had the longest.
I'm sorry, LeBron, your guy. He's not that guy no more. He will never be. He can't be in the conversation with Michael Jordan.
And it's okay for him to be old. That's okay. It's okay for him to be old. But for you to say,
at some point, we've lost control of the show. Let's rein it back in a little bit, folks.
As I was saying, before I was so rudely interrupted, as I was saying, like to sit here and pretend that well, LeBron and Freddie again, with all due respect, shut up. With all due respect,
no respect,
because what you're saying is completely uneducated. It's dumb, especially when you're the same dude who said oh yeah, Kevin Durant the best player in the league, and Kevin Durant hardly plays defense and lets dudes go by him.
But guess what? He don't blame everybody else. Guess what? He don't start blaming people. He don't start pointing the fingers. Guess what? Guess what? He don't turn the ball over. He don't pass the ball in such time. He ain't scared of the moment like your dude LeBron is. He's scared of the moment. Frankie, do you remember the last week against the Clippers? Do you remember when your dude came up?
When he got triple team, try again.
How many seconds? And they double team. What did he do? What did your boy do? He's faster because he's scared of the moment.
That's basic basketball 101.
That's
basic basketball 101.
Where would the Lakers be without LeBron?
You know where? Oh, I can tell you where. We'll be in a way better position. You know why? Because we had a young core.
Oh, wow.
I missed that young core. I would trade everything back to get that young core back. I would take it to get Lonzo back. I'd take it back to get
you would give up a championship to get Lonzo back?
I would take the trade back. LeBron was the biggest mistake the Lakers ever did.
It's one of two things with Freddie. It's one of two things. Either he doesn't know basketball, or when it comes to the Lakers, he gets overly emotional. It's one of two things.
Worst mistake ever. We could be the ones with Kawhi Leonard with this young core. We could have got it. We could have got it a star the mix in there. Guess what? They ain't gonna cry like LeBron.
So you'd give up.
He ain't gonna trade away the young core like LeBron.
And you ready to hear the funny part? And this is where Freddie again contradicts himself.
I don't care. Don't do that. Ruin this damn franchise.
Again, for you to say that, you're a moron, bro, because you guys were under 500 before LeBron saved you.
Guess what? We had promise. We had promise. You're the moron that think what LeBron to do.
Get out of here.
I'm not a LeBron fan, but he brought the Lakers a championship.
It's the bubble. It's the bubble. One other championship don't mean
Now
nothing.
you saying it's the bubble?
One championship
Bro,
don't mean
2
nothing.
months ago when they were saying it on the group chat, it's the bubble. You
I
were
didn't
fighting
say that,
that.
Frankie. Don't put words
No,
in my
I'm saying
mouth.
you were
won the
fighting
championship
it.
in the bubble.
I'm saying
One
you were
championship
fighting
don't
it
mean nothing.
when everybody
One
else in the
championship
group
don't
chat
mean nothing.
when everybody else in the group chat was saying, "Oh,
from a little kid's birthday party." It's
One
ridiculous.
championship don't mean nothing.
It's ridiculous.
wild."
It's ridiculous.
And that's how I know,
Matter of fact,
Frankie.
Chris, Jay, and Frankie, and Rob. If you're here too, I'll pose this to you. Let me ask you guys a question. And because this is just common sense. I'm not gonna talk to Freddie about it because Freddie clearly is just on one right
This
now.
how I know Frankie ain't no
And I'm gonna ask you.
championship. You rooting.
Let's say Lonzo stays
Ain't
in
the
LA,
Laker way. Get
Josh
out of
Hart
here.
stays in LA, and Brandon Ingram stays in LA. Are we gonna see the players that they have become now? If they stay,
Yes.
thank you for coming to my test.
I would have
Freddie,
rather.
again, for you to say
I
yes,
would have
no.
rather. You know what, LeBron? You can't come
can't
and
do
then let
this.
AD
I
come
can't.
with that young
I
core.
can't do
Because
this.
LeBron, your
I
dude
can't.
LeBron, he ain't here.
I can't.
Now, Bron, we would never put him in the conversation. Michael Jordan, never Kobe Bean Bryant, never Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, never even Magic Johnson. The stuff that he do, they would never do. I'm done with the dude. He can go. Y'all want him in Chicago? You can have him.
I'll take LeBron.
Just give me the Rose and Zach LaVine. Give me the Rose
Hey,
and Zach
LeBron can
LaVine.
come on over to Indiana. We'll take him.
I'll take
Let
LeBron.
him play what I want.
110% cap.
Give us DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine. You can have LeBron.
I would love it. I would love it.
Let me just ask you this, Freddie. Are you saying this because you're super mad at LeBron James for wanting to leave to play with his son?
Yes,
because that's when all this. It's a real question. It's a real question. I'm not trying to get you hyped up and heated. It's a real question. Go ahead.
No, because guess what? Nobody knows, even if it's not gonna make the NBA. Let's be honest. The dude averaged 6 points a game. I mean, let's just be honest. My problem is with LeBron. You know my problem is with LeBron. I'm gonna tell you what my problem is. I was okay. We had a bad year this year. We did. Majority of the problem go to LeBron. Rob Pelinka deserved fault in this. Jeannie Buss deserved fault in this, and Russell Westbrook. But it is what it is. But don't come here pointing fingers at anybody else. Don't be throwing shots at anybody else. Don't be throwing, I want to go. Well, if you want to go, go. But guess what? It's a privilege to put on this purple and gold. It's a privilege to represent this franchise, one of the most historical franchises in the NBA. And he want to take it for granted. Well, you know what? That needs to go. But guess what?
It's funny because you guys are taking LeBron for granted, bro. Because LeBron is playing phenomenal basketball.
I'm talking. You go back to timeout. But like I said,
you're not outbeating me. You're not outbeating me. You're not outbeating me.
No, Pride. Hold on.
No,
the Lakers organization has done their part by LeBron. They have done right by LeBron. You know why?
We gotta listen to you.
You know why? Because they let him come in this franchise. They let him join the Lakers. And guess what they did? LeBron said, I want AD, trade Young Corwin. What did they do, Frankie? They traded him away. Oh, I want Russell Westbrook. Trade this. This is what they did. So they did right by him. But when they get rid of all their pieces, he wanna start pointing fingers. Hell with that man.
Do you think the thing for me is I think LeBron is playing at a great level. LeBron is playing really great. As a player, LeBron is playing great. But the package of players that they put around LeBron is just not living up to it. The package around LeBron is what's hurting the Lakers, not LeBron himself. The package around him, the players around him is what's hurting the Lakers. Look at LeBron. If you look at his stats, LeBron's playing fine. But they let
that
LeBron
team is just built all wrong, man.
And Rob, whose fault is that?
And listen, it's LeBron's fault for getting Russ. Yes, it's fine.
It's not even just Russ. He didn't get the right compliment of what he needs for his
Rob. When Russell Westbrook getting paid so much money, hell, all you can do is get minimum base players. You ain't getting no quality players. But guess who brought Russ in to stop that?
Yes, I understand that. He brought in Russ. However, at the end of the day, Russ is a grown man. Russ is a grown man.
But at the end of the day, LeBron should have known this guy can't shoot. He should have known this guy turns the ball over at high time moment. He should have known that this guy plays no defense.
LeBron needs to wear some of that responsibility. Yes, and I've been consistent.
Freddie turned up this morning.
He could be turned up all he wants. He's still an idiot. Rob, I've been saying this.
Well, you're the idiot that think that's okay for him to let this dude come in and ruin his franchise.
He needs to have some responsibility. For you to pretend that he ruined the franchise after he saved y'all from poverty, do better. All due disrespect.
I'd rather stay in poverty than being where we at now.
Do better. Under 500.
But you know one thing about LeBron? One thing about we developed. We developed them. We own our way. Well, at least now I can say, damn, we're an embarrassment. Now we're literally an embarrassment right now.
LeBron should take that blame, but
no. There was a difference. Now it's an embarrassment. With that young core, no. With that young core, it's okay. We developing. Now we are an embarrassment. We're a laughing stock.
Now y'all developing.
Dr. Gary Buss is rolling over his grave.
Do better.
God rest his soul.
Ready to hear the funniest part? You're saying they're supposedly y'all developing. Ready to hear the best part about it? Y'all ready to hear the kicker? You ready to hear it? The best thing they ever did was trade them because they couldn't do nothing with them. Brandon Ingram, he almost looked like a bust when he was with the Lakers. Goes to the
Pelicans. He did not.
All of a sudden,
he was like a again.
Are you kidding me?
Sometimes he still looks like
nobody cared about Josh Hart. Now all of a sudden he's a well commodity of
I will take them over
that
this.
people want. And all of a sudden Lonzo out here looking like a complete 180. It looks
Rob, you love Lonzo.
All of a sudden,
hey. In this conversation, we can talk about all the other young Laker players, former Laker players, except for Lonzo. He's home. He came home where he belongs.
I'm not bashing Lonzo. I'm just saying, isn't it?
I would rather them over them.
it's funny you're talking about developing, and the best part of the development that they did was trade him. Think about that. Imagine. I'm gonna say this right now. Imagine, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Imagine.
You know why they traded him? Because your guy LeBron. Your guy LeBron wanted
you
him
could
gone.
do for
The
them
Lakers
is
did
send them
it
to
just as
another
LeBron
team so
wanted.
they could develop them and make them look better.
Look at
Freddie.
I'll be back,
playing better
boys.
now.
I'll be
too.
back. I'm gonna switch over to my laptop. I'll be right back.
Go ahead, Frankie. Handle.
I can't. You know what? They needed to be traded, and I know a lot of people don't want to hear this, but LeBron is in a point in his career now. Is either win now or bust.
And that's why I say we should have stuck with the young core other than LeBron.
No, you don't stick with the young core. That young core wasn't ready to play with somebody.
You know what,
Rob?
Let's not sit here and act like this LeBron James experiment in LA's worked. It has not. It has not worked. The first
got a championship.
No, Rob, you missed it. Now all of a sudden, championship don't matter because it was in the bubble.
I don't nobody care if it was. Honestly, like I've said before, and I don't get why people do this. They overlook that bubble win.
I don't care about the bubble.
The thing you got to understand, that probably was the hardest championship of all time, considering the fact of the circumstances. You're scared of COVID. You're away from your family. You're playing in arenas with no fans, where the only people you have to bring the energy is your team.
That, bro. But what I'm saying is, I'm not gonna let you off the hook. It's not about when you come to LA. It's not about winning one championship. It's about multiple championships. And the first year this man got here, we rolling. He got hurt. All right, cool. We missed the playoffs.
Okay.
Second year, hold on. Second year,
go ahead, Fred.
we won the championship. Last year, we lost. This year, we might not even make the play-in. So the LeBron James experiment has not worked in LA.
Okay, so with that same logic, will we say that the Big Three in Boston was a failure?
Yes.
Yeah, you're a casual.
How many championships did they win?
All due disrespect, you're a casual.
How many championships did they win?
One, and they're about to retire KG's jersey.
And that's a failure. That when you put a team like that together, you don't do it for one championship.
So hold on. So that 2010 Mavs team is a failure?
Did they have a big three like your Boston Celtics did with the Rondo, with the Big Man, with a Kendrick Perkins, with a Tony Allen? Get out of here.
Does it matter?
You stop being so biased and be realistic. Don't be biased. Be realistic. It was a failure.
All I'm saying is those kids were not ready to play with LeBron because that's what they were at that time. They were kids. They couldn't. You can't handle that pressure.
No, they weren't ready for that kind of
spotlight. Like everybody's looking at you.
When you come to LA, it's not about one championship. Him being here has been a failure. I would rather have my young talent over this team.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna tell you, like the Chicago Bulls fans, I would have welcomed that one championship.
You got to put blame on Rob Pelinka too. Pelinka's the one.
I agree. I do, Chris. It's not all of LeBron. I understand that.
Rob Pelinka softer than marshmallows.
Yeah,
to me, Rob Pelinka lost his voice once Kobe died.
Yeah,
that's just my opinion. And yes, Jeannie Buss, she deserves some blame. She got too many people in her ear. But LeBron deserves, and nobody's willing to say this. LeBron deserves a big part of this problem.
I've been saying it forever.
He has.
Like, do better, Freddie. Do better. You're not special.
Did I say your name, Brian? Did I say your name?
Get out of it. Because no, you're saying nobody.
Now, welcome to my TED
You were the one who was saying, yeah, we got rough. It's going to be tough, but we ain't going to work. And guess what? We're going to get a championship.
Welcome to my TED Talk. Now, back to your corner. Back to your corner. Back to your corner. Back to your corner.
Do better.
Back to your corner.
Do better.
Back to your corner.
Ooh, look at this. Look at this one. I love this quote. This is probably one of by far the best ones ever. Here it comes, baby. Here it comes.
Woo! Jay McLovin.
Hey, Freddie, you ain't gonna never be able to live that down because I think we were 2 weeks away from the Super Bowl. You was like, go round.
Hold on, Rob. Hold on.
When I took my sabbatical, by the way, he about to switch shirts to the Rams thing.
Oh Lord,
the Rams championship. But listen, when I took my sabbatical, he was a Giants fan.
Yep.
And I was here for the Pro Bowl. I was here for the Pro Bowl.
When I met him, I heard he was an Aaron Rodgers fan.
Well, yeah, on the low. He's a
Man, listen, Freddie's so confused. He don't know what he's doing.
Get mad. Get mad.
I told you he gonna do it to spite somebody. I told you.
Get mad. I don't care.
Hey, listen, you know what? You know what the funny thing is? Freddie got that shirt out of the Rams starter kit.
Do you think I wake
He
up?
really got that out of the Rams fan starter kit. And that's like,
do you think I wake up in the morning and say, "Oh, I wish I'm worried what you guys think of me. I'm worried what you think of me." No, I don't. We the champions. You take it.
You can't mute the truth, Freddie.
Well, no, but here's the thing, Freddie. Like, you know, when you say we, you know, I mean, look, obviously you're gonna be like, oh my God, you know, you're gonna say some stupid thing about, oh yeah, we did it, like whatever. But when you say we, I mean, everyone fries you. To be honest, when you say we, I don't even pay attention to it, and I implore everybody.
I really don't care.
Like, but you do though. But you do, because if you didn't care, if you didn't care, you wouldn't have muted yourself and turned off the camera just to go and switch shirts. So you do care.
Yes, they should.
You do care.
Yes, fast, quick, in a hurry. Yes, sir. They need to right now.
Who are they going to trade? Who are they going to trade LeBron for?
Oh, this
will make the Lakers better.
I mean,
I'll trade him for back again.
What did you say, Freddie? We couldn't hear you.
Trade him now.
Okay, but for who?
Rob, you said you want him. Give me Levine. Give me DeRozan. You got him.
Nah.
Yeah.
We're still talking about LeBron?
We're going to give you the go.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah. We're the 8th level of Zelda when it comes to talking
You
LeBron
can have
right now.
one of them.
Give me Levine then.
We can have Levine. We'll take Bron.
All right, cool.
No, we will not take him, Rob. We do not want LeBron. We want the duo that we have.
I'll take LeBron.
That guy said, no, we don't
I
want
don't know
that.
if Levine want to be there anyway. I'm starting to question.
Nah, look,
Levine says he loves Billy Donovan. He's not going anywhere.
We'll take Levine in a heartbeat. Laker fans will take him in a heartbeat.
Hey, but Freddie, I'm gonna say this to you though. If you think that you're gonna trade LeBron for Levine and Levine is gonna give you instant success,
it's not even about
Rob.
It's about loyalty. It's about keeping it real.
It's about loyalty. Do y'all hear this, man?
It's about keeping it real.
I can't do this no more. I can't do this.
LeBron
no more.
ain't loyal.
This dude talking about loyalty.
LeBron ain't loyal. LeBron ain't loyal.
honestly, I think he's going back to Cleveland.
Rob, Chris, Jay, Frankie, and Dustin. What Freddie just said, the irony is unfathomable, and it's to the point where Freddie himself, I'm pretty sure his persona is satire.
He's a troll.
At this point, it's satire at 1,000%. Because I've never seen you
LeBron really made it in Chicago. You know why? Because he has so much expectation to be like Michael Jordan, he wouldn't live up to expectation.
Right, he wouldn't live up to him because he would pass him. He's already done it. But anyway,
he ain't passed
so is it fair to say that Freddie's loyalty is basically up to
slide that in there.
He ain't passed MJ yet.
Listen, let me ask you a question. Have y'all, like, I have been watching it recently because ever since I started doing it, I started actually doing this podcast. So I kind of fell back on it, but y'all watch Undisputed, right?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that, so what is that?
Freddie's emotions is either Shannon or Skip when it comes to LeBron. Have y'all noticed that?
Both.
It's always way over here. LeBron the GOAT. This Lakers team ain't going. They ain't helping LeBron at all.
I said that earlier. I said Freddie's Chris Collinsworth.
It's going to be over. I'm pretty sure y'all saw this meme, and I'm waiting for Freddie to say it. Russia invaded Ukraine. Oh, if MJ was playing, it wouldn't have happened. Like, this is the type of dude we talk about when it comes to Freddie.
And when we talk about you and Frankie, y'all are both bronzosexuals.
But how would I criticize
my
him?
favorite player?
Oh my God!
Explain what I criticize.
Jay, I'm sorry, bro. Because, you know what, Jay?
Explain. Hold
I'm gonna talk to McLevin real quick. Jay, me and Frankie want to talk about you and the Dallas Mavericks, but you know what? At the end of the day, Frankie.
Oh, there you go. Every time somebody questions his loyalty, he gonna say, "Well, Jay's not really a Rockets fan." Even though Jay was a Rockets fan before Freddie was even born. No. You don't brought me in this conversation. I was chilling. I was enjoying my Wheaties. I was listening to this conversation, and life was good. But then you went ahead and bring me in the conversation. No, you brought me into it. You brought me into it, sir. I was chilling. I was eating my Wheaties and listening.
Jay, listen, I'm apologizing to you, sir, but we're calling you that because I'm saying
you can't mute the truth. Don't you mute me.
Jay, I'm apologizing to you. What I'm saying.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you said Mavericks. I didn't know how to take that.
I allow Frankie to drag me and to get onto you, but when he's a guy that claims to be a Laker fan, but when more importantly, he's a bronze sexual. That's what he is.
Jay, can you please, you know me longer than, dealing with this two-timing guy up there. Please explain to him and tell him I am not a LeBron fan. I have Kobe Bryant jersey.
It's true. No, that's true.
Jersey, Freddie.
Yeah.
Not a LeBron fan.
Frankie loves him.
I'm an NBA fan, and I open my eyes because I'm an NBA fan. I'm a diehard Laker fan, but I'm also an NBA fan. You're not an NBA fan, apparently.
This is your eyes.
You're clearly not. Put them back on. Put them back on.
This is your eyes. They closed.
Wait, hold on, real quick, Freddie. Can I ask you something? Because you're saying me and Frankie are bronsexuals. Explain to me what a bronsexual is, please. I beg of you.
That can't see no wrong with LeBron. Don't see that he's doing nothing wrong.
Wait, hold on, man. Hold on. Real quick, because I've been on this. I've been with ASAP places before all you guys were here, and I remember back in the early days. I remember back in the early days when I had this conversation about MJ being better than LeBron, and I will tell you this: Freddie was the biggest bronsexual known to the planet Earth, and you couldn't say nothing wrong about LeBron. You couldn't say not one thing because he would have such a hissy fit that he would literally chew on his mic and bite to the screen. So I don't want to hear Freddie talk about how bad LeBron is.
You know what
he was what he used to be. Because you know what, Freddie? You are who we thought you were. You are who we thought you were.
And that's what he was in Cleveland.
Hey, Jay, Frankie. Hey, watch this. Hey, Freddie, who's the GOAT?
Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Talk your stuff, bro.
No, don't say that, Rob. Because hey, listen, I went through a lot of heartache explaining how Jordan was better than LeBron, and the guy above you fought me tooth and nail over it. And Rob, you weren't there to go through the pain that I had to go through to prove that freaking point. So don't start saying go Freddie now because he wasn't that guy. He is who I thought he was.
Hey Jay, since I met you, Jay, I've had your back.
The day LeBron entered the Lakers, the purple and gold, Kobe said, Laker fans, it's okay to embrace it.
I've gone through the pain with Freddie, Rob. You ain't been here long enough to go through that kind of pain yet.
We trusted him, but he didn't let us down since then.
You let yourself down.
No, he let us down.
You let yourself down.
No, he let
yourself down.
Just
like you let yourself go. It's a conversation you need to have with yourself.
No.
Look deep within.
LeBron has not lived up to
deep
his
within.
Look
deep within. Because I understand you want to hurt LeBron. LeBron deserves something.
We are hurt.
110%.
We are hurt.
It's all his fault. He saved you from mediocrity.
We've never been this down before.
He saved you from mediocrity.
What?
Because
you say we've never been this bad?
At least we can win the games.
Did you just say we've never been this bad before?
I get what you're saying, and I really don't have a dog in this fight because once Kobe left the Lakers, I no longer had an interest in that team.
Rob,
and you know how I feel about LeBron. But let me tell you something, brother.
Without Paul George and Kawhi Leonard,
that Lakers team wouldn't have won anything had LeBron not chose to come to your city.
And that's fine.
Y'all was trash.
No, that's not fine to you. That's not fine because you want to continuously win championships when that's not happening in the NBA today, Freddie. Look at the young talent that's coming in the NBA. You expect old LeBron James to continuously win championships every year?
When is the continue going to start? It's only one.
Hold on, Frankie, let me say something. When
is the continue going to start?
I just want to say one thing. This is why when it comes to LeBron James, why I feel like I have to overly defend him. I really do.
No,
and this is why. Freddie, shut up. I'm not playing this game with you, Freddie. I'm not playing this game with you, Freddie.
Because you don't know.
Also rudely interrupted. LeBron James is 37 years.
And he ain't that dude no more.
And nobody, I understand that. I've said this before, Rob, Jay, Chris, and I think Dustin. How many times have I said that the years of LeBron James carrying a team is over? How many times have I said that?
Well, if that's the case,
Freddie, I'm not talking to you, Freddie. Notice I didn't mention your name, Freddie.
If that's the case,
Notice
let
I
man
didn't mention your name, Freddie. That means
if that's the case, let man don't go out and get
That means I'm speaking to the other members of the panel.
Team.
That's what I'm
Even
speaking
worse.
to. So as I was saying before, I was so
Even worse.
by the one person that I actually was not talking to. How
I
many
don't
times
care.
have I
I'm
said the
talking to
years
you.
of LeBron
You
James
might not
carrying
be
a franchise
talking to
is
me.
over?
I'm talking to you.
I've been saying that since the beginning of this. I've been saying, look, LeBron can't do it no more.
Next
At this
topic,
point, give me
Dustin,
other
you
stuff.
want to talk about
The
Tristan
mere
Thompson?
fact that you expect a 37-year-old
Justin, do you want to talk about
carrying a
Tristan
franchise
Thompson?
tells me two things. One, it tells me that you have high expectations of him, higher than anybody else, so you low-key still think he could go. But number two, and most importantly, and this is the one that's more telling and more important, your team all around is so awful that you need to blame. I'm not.
By the way, Freddie, we threw the topics out the window about half an hour ago.
I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking.
Well, I'm done talking to you. I'm done talking about this topic. Justin, tell us what's going on with Tristan Thompson, please.
So does everyone remember the Grayson Allen incident about a month and a half ago with Caruso?
I do.
The hard foul on Caruso, which basically ended Caruso's regular season. And then Allen got suspended one game, and then the Bucks were saying, "Oh, we don't feel like Allen did anything wrong. We support what he did, and it was a clean play." Tristan Thompson has been with the Chicago Bulls for a grand total of 5 games. And he plays the Milwaukee Bucks tonight for the first time as a member of the Bulls and basically said, if you want to take one of my dogs out like you did with Caruso, we're going to have issues. We're going to play chippy tonight, so let's play chippy. I like to wrestle, and I want Allen for myself. I would say those are shots fired at Grayson Allen, and if you want to talk about the old school Chicago Bulls, Detroit Pistons days, I think this game could turn out to be one of those Detroit Pistons, Chicago Bulls games where it's not going to only be chippy, but it's going to be physical and it could be ugly early.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I can see
Tristan Thompson is a hothead.
Not only that, but he's expendable.
With them comments coming out, the referees will probably try to get control of the game quick.
I mean, but that's not a situation. I don't know. If they go get after Grayson Allen, there's honestly do it to somebody who's expendable. That's Tristan Thompson. Like, who cares? If he gets ejected, it's not like that'll cost him the game.
Is it just me, or does it feel awkward watching your parents fight and then you try to move on from the fight? Is it just, do you have that awkward feeling?
I would say yeah, but I don't know what a dad is. So.
Oh, damn. Okay, my bad.
Look at Freddie.
Hey, that even makes it more awkward.
It's just hot in here, man.
Freddie don't know how to calm down. He's out of it.
My parents fought over bottles, so they fought over different things.
I mean, honestly, and the thing is, though, is like the fact that it came from. This is just me, but the fact that it came from Tristan Thompson makes me just be like it kind of just diminishes everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he wasn't there.
I understand what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Because he wasn't on the team. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like with him saying it, it's like
because he literally just got there.
Yeah, it's like
I actually like that he's the one saying it as opposed to somebody else. Because if DeMar DeRozan or Zach LaVine come out and say something like that, you know the Bucks are going to go after DeRozan and LaVine. Now you have a different guy who hasn't been with the team very long. If the Bucks want to go after Tristan Thompson, that's fine because he doesn't play a significant role on this team. But if they go after him and kind of get chippy with him, well, then the rest of the Bulls are going to follow suit. I'd rather have that as opposed to DeRozan being the one saying this and then try to hard follow him.
Or don't say anything. I mean, me personally, if I was in that situation, I'm not saying anything. I'm letting Grayson Allen drive. I'm not even gonna play for the ball. I'm gonna do what Andrew Bynum did at JJ Barea. Like
Yeah, but don't put it out there that you're going to do it. Just do it.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm not saying a word. I'm gonna be quiet. And as soon as I got that opportunity, I'm putting him down. You know what I mean? I wouldn't. I've never understood it because why say something? Because if you say something, then all you're really doing is saying, "Refs, hold me back." Like, you know what I mean? Like, to me, I never understood that. Why say, "Oh yeah, when I catch him, it's gonna be a problem"?
Because Tristan Thompson's all talk.
Yeah, just go catch him. Go find him, and handle your business. So that's why to me it's a little confusing. But again, if there's someone who's gonna do it, let it be Tristan Thompson. Let it be somebody who's basically expendable, who can kind of just go. And it's perfect because if Tristan Thompson does it, he'll get ejected. And if he gets suspended, he'll be suspended for probably a game. Because since he wasn't there, they'll probably be more lenient on him. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Tristan, go back to compete on
he's not a big part he's not a real big part of your team, so it's not like when you had the Pacers and Pistons brawl when you had some of the main players involved in it.
Right. So that's kind of just,
Did he leave? Thank God.
Oh yeah, Freddie had to go to work, so
it's about time. Now we can get this show on the roll and get some real talks on some topics and not some caca crap.
Wow, yeah, mad and mature. I agree though. But you're so
Freddie, man, I love Freddie. Man. He heats it up, but the things he say pisses me off. And he knows it. He knows it.
By the way, real quick, let me have a conversation with my boy Chris because I want to talk about UFC 272. If any of you guys want to jump in the conversation, please feel free. So,
what's the match card looking like?
Well, the main event. Oh my God, I forgot who's stepping in to face RDA. Because it's basically like a catchweight fight. I'll pull it up, but I know the main event is Masvidal and Covington, which
Masvidal needs this win. He needs it.
I'll be honest with y'all. Maybe it's me. I was talking to Jay about this yesterday. I don't think it matters. I think when you this is a fight that needed to happen. By the way, Rafael dos Anjos is gonna face Moicano. That's the co-main and it's a catchweight fight because his original opponent got COVID, so he had to step out. And then Bryce was gonna face Edson Barbosa, which is gonna be a kind of interesting one. But with the main event, Colby Covington versus Jorge Masvidal. I don't mean this in a negative way, but who cares? Because both these dudes got mollywopped by Usman, and it wasn't even close. When Colby lost that first one against Usman, that wasn't even close. The only people who was saying it was close was Colby Covington fans who were butthurt that he lost. Okay,
like Freddie.
Exactly. And the rematch happened, and people say, "Oh yeah, it was a close 3-2." Well, first of all, I had it 4-1, but it was 3-1 going into the fifth. On what metric is that a close fight? If you're going to the final round 3-1,
all you have to do is not get knocked out and you win.
Exactly.
Exactly. You don't have to do anything.
Right. So that happened, right? And then with Jorge Masvidal, they fought once. Granted, it was short notice, so everyone was like, "Oh yeah, it doesn't really count." Then Masvidal was like, he told Dana, "Yo, you give me 6 weeks, I'm beating him." He got his time. He got knocked out. But ironically, by getting outboxed, which is what Jorge Masvidal does best. That's what he really brings to the table. He's a boxer. And for him to get outboxed by Kamaru Usman, who is not a boxer, is very telling. It tells you that it's not really that Jorge did anything wrong. It's just Usman just is getting better and better and better. This fight to me, I was talking to Jay about this, and he said the loser, this is probably the end of their career. And then the winner basically becomes a kind of like a test for newcomers. So basically, the way I interpreted it was there basically would be Michael Bisping before he beat Luke Rockhold on that when he took that fight short notice. That would basically be Michael Bisping. I don't know if that really is because again, Colby Covington does not deserve a rematch, and he doesn't deserve another title shot ever. As long as Kamaru's the champion. Maybe if Kamaru loses it to somebody, then maybe you can make the argument. But with Kamaru, no way. Same thing with Jorge Masvidal. So I don't know. Am I out of pocket for feeling this way, or like?
No, I think I agree because neither one of these guys are, as long as Usman's there, should get another title shot. So that's all they can turn into is the winner will fight up and coming guys that are trying to get up there into the rankings.
That being said, who you got winning?
I think Covington's going to win.
You think Covington?
I think Covington's going to be able to get some takedowns on Masvidal. I think Masvidal's going to he has to keep it on his feet for him to win this fight.
I got Masvidal, and here's why. The sad part about it is Colby Covington put himself in a position where he can never be his best. Because his best is when he wrestles. The problem, like in the ring or in the octagon, Colby can fight. He's solid, right? He could fight, right? Like, he's not a bum. He could bang, right? The problem is his stand-up is not elite. It's not.
No.
It's just not. It's solid. But he's a wrestler. Only thing is, in his entire rant, he's been knocking wrestlers and saying that they're boring. So let this sink in. Your best way to win this fight is the style you've been knocking. Because remember, when he had his most success was early in his career. Remember, according to Colby himself, this is what he said. The UFC almost cut me because they said my style was too boring. That's when he changed into this persona and when he started kind of standing and banging it out more. So now it's kind of ironic. One of the most important fights in your career, because let's be honest, if you lose this, where does Colby go? You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
If you lose this, you're washed. Let's just call it what it is. You're washed. Like, you're not that guy anymore. But the way you can win is a style you've been knocking. And once you show that hypocritical side, your mouth will no longer get you into fights. Because listen, whether you like him or hate him, at the bare minimum, at least you can say whatever he's saying. He's been consistent. If he says, I'm going to go in the ring and I'm going to stand and bang, you're going to get a banger.
Yeah, but if he does that, he's probably going to get knocked out.
Which is why I'm saying I don't think he's going to go in there and wrestle. I don't think he will. Now, if he wrestles, he'll win, of course. But I don't think he'll do that. I think he's going to go in there and he's going to want to bang with Jorge Masvidal. And I think it's going to get him knocked out. I really do. Because with these two guys, kind of staying, like flinging and whatnot, I don't know. I can't see this fight. If they're both throwing hands, I can't see this thing going the distance. I really can't. You know what I mean? Like I got Masvidal, but again, if Colby wrestles, can he get the win? Of course. Problem is, would he? You've been poo-pooing on a style that you said is whack, is boring. You know what I mean? Like,
and I hate that take that people want to poo-poo on the wrestling like that because
it's a casual take.
It's MMA. It's mixed martial arts. There's going to be different styles. If the people that say that, they don't know how they've never wrestled. So
no, they haven't, because they don't understand. Wrestling is hard.
They don't understand it.
Wrestling is extremely endurance, so you got to have really good endurance to wrestle, because you get tired doing that mess easily.
You do, and the thing is what it is really with wrestling. Some guys play what they call defensive, and what it basically means is in the beginning they let whoever is like whoever they're facing, they let them go on the offensive. They let them waste their energy trying to put them in pinning combination. They'll give up a few points.
Right.
But the reason they do that is to tire you out. So that way, when all of a sudden you look gassed, now they're like, okay, now let me shoot for a single leg. And now let me show you that this whole time I haven't been trying. I literally was coasting. Like a lot of guys. and people find that boring. My thing is, if you're gonna wrestle, fine. What do you do when you're like after you secure a takedown? What do you do?
Yeah,
like you secure it and do damage. I'm with you, but there's a lot of guys that when they see a takedown, who was it? I think it was Mark Goddard. He told, I think it was Robbie Lawler. No, it was Kamaru. Kamaru was fighting, and he said something like, "Come on, Kamaru, it's a fight," when he was wrestling. And Dominic Cruz was on the announcement, and he was like, "That tells me this dude has never wrestled a day in his life." Like, so, but again, we need to understand Colby Covington does not appeal to the hardcore fan. He doesn't.
Yeah.
Who he is appealing to is the casuals. Because if you really sit down and don't even listen to Colby Covington, just type out a script, save it, go home, right? Relax, read that script 3 days later, just with no emotion. Just read it. Every line is built for the casual fan. That's what it is. It's built for the casual fan. For the fans that'll just occasionally watch the UFC here and there, that's really what his lines are, who he's targeting with these lines. And when you go and say, oh yeah, being a wrestler is boring, the same people who say Colby's right are the same people who don't know that Colby Covington is a wrestler.
Yep.
Like, that to me is the funniest thing about everything.
And honestly, if he don't use his wrestling, he's not near as good as a fighter as he is.
I've said this, without his wrestling, he's mid at best.
Yeah. But you know what? You don't have to develop a perfect stand-up game. You just have to be able to withstand a stand-up game and then get into your wrestling game.
And if you don't believe me, there's two names I'm gonna give you right now that has a stand-up game that works. It's not the best in the world, but it's passable. Kamaru Usman, and drop down a division to the lightweight division, Charles Oliveira. These are two dudes who can, you know what I mean? Like, they got great ground game, but they could stay on the feet with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, for me, I just don't understand. And I kind of do to an extent. Because again, Colby Covington, he's trying to gravitate to the casual fan, which, you know, I understand why he's going for that fan base. I get it. But, dude, it's to the point, man, where it's ridiculous. It really is. The mere fact that they're like, that they're trying to push this is like, look, man, this is personal.
Who do they have that's going to be able to come up and beat Usman?
Here's the thing. I think Usman has this division on lock for now. I think there's only one guy that you can probably make an argument. That's Chimaev.
Yep, that's all I was going to say.
I think because what I think should happen, the winner of Covington versus Masvidal, I guess you can give him to Chimaev, and let's see if Chimaev is really that dude. Let's see if he is. You know what I mean? If he wins, we'll give him a title shot. If not, let's. I
agree with that. I think give Chimaev one more fight, and if he wins that fight, give him a title shot. I think that's going to be good.
We still need to give Leon Edwards his shot.
Yeah,
because you know what I mean. We kind of been poo-pooing on him, so give Leon Edwards his shot. Then after that, you know, we'll see if Chimaev is ready. If he is, we'll put him in there.
Speaking of Oliveira, he's on this card as well.
Charles?
Yeah. Or no, it's Alex. Alex is on this one, not Charles. Alex Oliveira is on this fight, not Charles.
Oh, yeah. He's fighting.
Alex is fighting Holland.
Kevin Holland. Yes. Yep, he's fighting Kevin Holland, which.
Greg Hardy's on this card. It's a decent card. It's not like
it is, yeah. So it's Sergey Spivak versus Greg Hardy, Kevin Holland versus Alex Oliveira, Edson Barbosa versus Bryce Mitchell. The co-main is going to be Rafael dos Anjos versus Renato Moicano, and then Colby Covington versus Masvidal. Which, if RDS, here's the thing: if RDS wins, I think his next fight should be Islam. I think his next fight should be Islam Makhachev.
Yep.
And then the winner gets Charles Oliveira. Either that or just give him Islam and then give RDS. But then again, RDS is old, and you know what I mean.
I wanted to see Fiziev fight RDS. That sucks that he tested positive and they took him out.
I really was looking forward because listen, if Fiziev beat Dos Anjos, not only would he definitely be 10, but I think, by the way, the mere fact that they got two guys ranked number 9 in the lightweight division, I hope and pray that's a typo. I hope and pray that's a typo. Because if they really have two guys ranked 9th, I'm punching my monitor. I'm serious, bro. Like, by the way, question: if Cain Velasquez comes out free of a situation, do I see him come back to UFC?
No,
I think he's done. By the way, free Cain Velasquez.
Yeah, I don't even think the UFC would take him back after this situation, even if he is innocent.
They would.
I don't think so. He's old. I don't think Dana White would do it.
I think they would just because the Mexican fan market that he brings in, he has a good following.
If he even would want to come back,
yeah,
I don't think he would want to. I don't think he would. Jesus,
He wants to be a wrestler now, but Vince said no.
He gonna be wrestling, all right. He gonna be doing some wrestling here in a minute. His homeboy,
he's back in the cage.
Oh yeah, back all right.
Wrestling in the cage.
Back.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it tomorrow night. It should be a good card.
Yeah.
It's a good weekend. UFC tomorrow. AEW Revolution's on Sunday.
Yes, I don't get to
What
watch.
I hate about all that stuff. All that stuff's pay-per-view, though. Can you get that UFC stuff? Can you get that on Peacock, or is it all just straight pay-per-view?
Jay, I'll send you my special link that I have where I watch stuff.
Don't say that live. Don't say that live.
It's my link. It's my page that I created.
Oh, go ahead. Live your life. Shoot your shot.
Hey.
Yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I won't get to watch the AEW Sunday. I'm gonna have to watch it when I get home. I'll be live. I'm gonna be live streaming the independent pro wrestling show on Sunday, so I'll be at a show. I'll have to watch it when I get back.
Oh, that'd be crazy. Okay.
What are you doing?
I do. I live stream the show and I do commentary. I have about.
So you do it from the actual event itself.
Yeah, he goes to the indie events. He goes live streaming with the crowd, and he just
Well, do you do it on your phone, or what are you doing it on?
No, I take my whole setup there. I got a camera set up and everything.
It's indie, bro. They don't care. They're cool with that. They want to be seen. So the more cameras on the stands, the better for them.
Yeah, I got shows lined up every weekend this month. I'll be somewhere at a show.
See, and that's the good thing about being in the area where Chris is at, because that's straight Indian shows. Like the no-name people that are really great and talented, that's where they come from. You know, people like Daniel Bryan and all of them, CM Punk, everybody. They all came from indies, and they got seen by Vince McMahon, got signed. Then Vince McMahon he turns on them. He just changes their characters and just turns on them. And that's why Vince McMahon lost everybody and going to AEW, because they're doing their own thing that they want to do in AEW.
Which honestly, I think that might end up putting AEW in a very bad situation. But I'm not allowed to say that, because then if you say that you hate AEW, you're a WWE mark, you're a Vince fanboy.
No, there's some good things with AEW and some bad things with AEW. I mean, like this past Wednesday, what MJF did to CM Punk. That's the type of things that
tickled me in a very good way.
Yeah, that's the type of things that Vince is trying to push away from WWE. That's why he went PG. He didn't want to go and do bloody matches and choking people out. Daniel Bryan actually did that when he debuted in WWE in the main roster.
Yeah, Justin Roberts. He choked out Justin with the Nexus. He choked him out, and then he got fired.
He got fired the next night.
The microphone cord around him.
Yep, and he was like, I was
like 2 weeks ago, I live streamed the independent show, and the Rock and Roll Express was on the card. So I got to go backstage and talk to them and meet them and everything.
It's crazy because you know who still does independent shows like a lot, believe it or not. FTR.
Yep.
The Revival, they be doing like a good amount.
Yeah, the guy I do the promotion I done that show with for Rock and Roll Express last week, he's actually been talking about bringing FTR in.
We just saw them on the AEW Dynamite last night, going up against in that casino match.
I got to do a show with Rikishi and the Boogeyman on it, and the original head shrinker Samu. Got to meet all of them. So it's been pretty cool.
I keep forgetting that.
Don't worry, Jay. Look up these names after the show.
Hey, listen, I'm
Jay's still on he's on his training wheels still. We're getting him there.
In terms of like training wheels, bro, this is probably the best time to be like learning about wrestling, because like before, if you were to start like 5 years ago, you would only know WWE. Like now we're kind of in a world, and we're in an era where like Impact, you can find it easier. You know what I mean? It's easier. Obviously, AEW is doing this. It's even easier to go find New Japan. Let that sink in, bro. Like, because we gotta remember, before, the only reason American people looked at New Japan was because of Bullet Club, right? When it was
they were the NWO of New Japan.
Yeah, exactly. It was Prince Devitt, and he first started with Tama Tonga and Bad Luck Fale. And then
I love how you said Prince Devitt. Ooh.
Come on, dog.
That's
dog.
you my boy.
Dog, I does this, bro. I does this. Like,
for those of you who don't know, that's Finn Balor.
Yes, that's Finn. That's Finn in Japan. And like he lost to Taguchi, and that got him out. And then, like, if I am mistaken, that same night AJ Styles debuted.
Yeah,
beat the bricks out of Kazuchika Okada. Then he ended up winning, and then Kenny Omega fired him. And I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. And then he was at the Royal Rumble. I was like, what is going on? I was like, oh. And then Jay White. And then he gave him the shirt. And he hit him with I was like, what is going on?
I love it.
I was methed out for like a good 4 months.
I think the one person that got beat up out of the Bullet Club really bad, Adam Cole. Adam Cole had it bad.
Oh, listen, and ready to hear the funny part? I love how every time Adam Cole would just go like this and go, and then they would like the Young Bucks are always coming. And it was just funny because right when they did it to him, they laid down and they were going like this, and I was like, "Yo, free Adam Cole."
Do you think AEW is going to start another show since they bought Ring of Honor and they're bringing in all this talent? They have so much talent and not enough spots to showcase their talent.
They have to. Because like that, and that's really was one of the main problems I had with AEW. You're signing everybody, which okay, cool, you're signing them, but then you're not doing anything to them. Like you're telling me, oh yeah, we just signed Miro, he's gonna be a player, and all of a sudden you forgot he's even on the roster.
Well, look like with Keith Lee, you saw him once, and then you didn't see him again.
Yeah, and then he took a sabbatical, and then he came back.
Yeah.
Right, and it's like now that you have that, you got Ring of Honor. That's a nice thing. You know what I think they should do? Let's be corny, okay? If you're AEW, I'm petty. You feel me? I'm a petty bitch. You know what I mean? So guess what I'm gonna do? Ring of Honor, Cody, you left. You're going to Ring of Honor. We're gonna do our version of an invasion angle. Hey, yo, Vince, lick my you know what from the back. We finna show you how it's done. And then I just want all of the outcasts, everybody who's been neglected, forgotten about, go to Ring of Honor. And on my mother, if Cody Rhodes does not commit, awesome. Matter of fact, we going straight corny. The first time Ring of Honor comes, we're playing the Shield music, and these dudes coming from the audience. I don't care. And John Moxley's with them. If John isn't with them, it's not the same. Okay? I need the shit. I don't care how much the royalties are. You mofos play for the royalty for CM Punk's music. You can do this one time for me, bro. Just play the Shield music. And then I just want John Moxley.
Yeah, I think they should turn Ring of Honor. You got all this talent. They need to make their version of what NXT used to be. Make
but
it.
That should be
You know what's amazing is that you know how I know that I'm learning is I actually know the names of the people that you're talking about now. That's what's so crazy. I would have if you would have known me about a year and a half ago, and you're saying all these names, I'm looking at you like you're speaking Chinese.
You're like who? But not like I think AEW Dark should be their NXT, and then have Ring of Honor be their second thing.
Yeah.
I'm okay with them doing a brand split. I'm okay with that, having everything be separate. Just remember, Tony, you have the WWE there. So you can look and go, all right, what did the senile old bastard do wrong? By the way, I can say bastard because if Pac can be called that on TV, okay, I'm good. I'm good. I can use it, all right? So I don't want no one yelling at me. Like, you know what he did wrong with the brand split, so it's fine. Just keep everything the same, you know what I mean? You got pay-per-views, every other month, which,
and they're probably,
by the way, do not change that. I love that.
And they'll probably eventually, I would say, because they got all the video and stuff from Ring of Honor. So I'm going to say AEW is going to start some kind of streaming service eventually.
Yeah, I mean, think about and a lot of guys have hardcore roots in Ring of Honor. A lot of Punk, Brian Danielson. They call themselves the Undisputed Originals, which that made me throw up. From now on, it's just Red Dragon. Adam Cole he just got sucked into it. It's Red Dragon. I refuse. Like, I don't get it twisted. I love his new theme song. Like, you know, it's all about the boat. I love it. It's cute. It's adorable. But no, we're playing Dance Away. And like from now on, it's like instead of going boom, it goes dance away. Hey! Like that's what we're doing from now on. Like Adam Cole, they did everything for you in NXT. You're revamping for Red Dragon. Like you're doing everything for them. Like have them go there. You know, kind of have some of those guys, and it kind of opens the door too, because or the forbidden door. By the way, I wanted to throw my head through a wall when they were hyping that up for like 3 weeks. Like, who's gonna come through the forbidden door? And then it was Jay White. And I'm like, look, I like Jay White. I get it. Cool. But let's be honest. A lot of the American fan base doesn't know who Jay White is because he made most of his career in Japan. You know what I mean? You got to go find him. They're trying to pretend like, oh my God, it's Jay White. Jay White is like, Jay McLovin, when did you start wrestling? What's going on? Like,
those are the people that waited for Jay White to come to Impact and search him up on Google. Like, oh, that's Jay White. This is what he won. This is what he did. Oh, he was part of Bullet Club. Yeah.
What do you think about Vince McMahon announcing that he's going to induct the Undertaker in the Hall of Fame?
I don't mind it.
I thought it was the right choice myself.
I was thinking there's only one or two guys who could have done it. Either him, and I love Hunter, but either him or Sean.
No.
I always thought it should have been one of them.
If you want to throw Sean in there, then you could say three. I would say Vince, Sean, and Kane.
Yeah, I would throw
Kane. I wouldn't be mad at Kane. I wouldn't be mad at Kane, but yeah, now with Vince saying it, and if I'm not mistaken, this is the only guy he's himself is inducting.
Be the second.
Who else did he induct?
Stone Cold.
Yeah, Stone Cold.
He inducted Stone Cold?
Yeah.
Where was
he didn't want to. He came out on stage and he's like, I've never done this before. I don't want to do this, but I have to because it's Stone Cold. He only does it for people that stood by his side and made his company what it is today.
He don't even
like the Undertaker. People
he don't
like
even like
Austin.
people thanking him and stuff during their Hall of Fame speeches and stuff.
Yeah, I saw one. Who was it? Somebody had thanked him. Oh my God, who was it? I think it was The Rock. And Vince tried to yell at him, and The Rock was like, "Shut up!" And they gave him a hug. I was like, "That's funny."
Who do you think McAfee wrestles at WrestleMania?
Pat McAfee?
Yeah, they announced that he's going to be on WrestleMania.
Because I don't think Stone Cold's coming back. By the way, I saw that TikTok.
I think it's going to be Austin Theory.
Yeah. By the way, Austin Theory. I hope that kid. I don't know if you guys watched. Was it the Elimination Chamber?
Yeah.
When Drew McIntyre had Madcap Moss and he kind of did that reverse and he hit his head. I hope that happens to Austin Theory, but I want his head to go the opposite way.
Oh
like I want his body over him. I want him to not move. Like I hate the kid with that. He's horrible. He's dog shit.
Hey, isn't Roman Reigns supposed to fight The Rock? Or I thought I saw something about The Rock and Roman Reigns.
No,
but, you know.
that's what I shared with you yesterday, Jay. There was news and there's speculations that that's what they want to go towards. They've been building up Roman Reigns versus The Rock for years now, But The Rock has been so busy with his movies and stuff that it doesn't work out. They wanted this year's WrestleMania to be Rock versus Reigns, but The Rock has been doing a movie in Australia. He doesn't have time.
And then
so they're building up
with that whole XFL deal.
I was getting ready to say he's too busy working on the XFL.
Yeah, especially with
The Rock is busy.
He's very busy. He's
holy crap! I mean, it's amazing when you see a guy go. That's how good a guy's character. His character is so good that he gets split off into all these different creative directions. Right? I mean, it's insane.
It's his character, but it's also what he did and said in the WWE. When you go back and you watch his promos and his in-ring promos and his songs with his guitars and everything, he is hilarious. I love The Rock. I've always been a Rock fan. I've always been a Stone Cold Steve Austin fan as well. Those two guys, back in the day, bring me back. I want a time machine and I want to go back.
Bro, those two guys were special. Someone said Pat is facing Vince McMahon. That's the reason he was on the Pat McAfee show.
I really hope not.
No, bro. I don't. I'm with you. I don't want that. Like
Vince is gonna get a heart attack.
Listen, man. Listen, Vince. Listen. I don't know if y'all remember. It was the WrestleMania that Rob Gronkowski was hosting, and he was supposed to that platform he was on. He was supposed to jump off it, and he was scared. And Vince was like, "Oh, cool. I mean, a bitch. Let me show you." And then he did it. And when I saw the video, I was scared. I was like, "Oh!" And then all of a sudden, he looks up. And he goes, "See?" I was like,
"Rewatch that video, Pride, and tell me if you see Gronk. Gronk does struggle to jump down, and when he does jump down, it takes him a minute. Like he holds on for a second before even deciding that he wants to jump down. It's weird.
And people have asked him about that. He literally says, "Oh, I felt." He's like, "I felt dumb," and they ask him why. He goes, "Because when I landed, I realized that like it wasn't that bad." He was
all padding.
Yeah, he was like, I guess like because like when Vince did it, he froze up, and he that was the first time he actually jumped. So he thought the adrenaline would take over, and it didn't. So he was like, "I felt dumb." He was like, I should have known when he's like when Vince, he was like 100 and something, like talking how Brock is.
Well, that's why I think McAfee might wrestle Theory, is because with that angle they have with Vince, is Theory's Vince's guy. Maybe they're going to have McAfee and Vince get into it some, and then Vince is going to throw Theory in there against him.
Which honestly, I don't mind it. I mean, for me, like I said, hope Austin Theory gets hurt, and I mean that too. That dude.
I really don't want. I don't want to see McMahon in the ring doing a match. Not no more.
Nah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. He has an ugly face, but Vince McMahon's body is built. I'm not trying to silence no. But for a 74-year-old man,
have you listened to that interview he done with McAfee yesterday?
Yeah.
This dude still squats 1,000 pounds almost every day,
and he does it with big chains around his neck because he's big Vince.
He does
11 plates on each side.
Wow. So let me just throw this out real quick, and then we can get back to the wrestling, I promise. But there is a collegiate team that has banned Rob Manfred for the 2022 season until the lockout is resolved.
Is it the college he went to or something? Or?
So their alumni, like the players who have played there, include Max Scherzer, Ben Zobrist, Brandon Crawford, Chris Sale, Pete Alonso, Jordan Zimmerman with one end, and Curtis Granderson. So those are kind of like the which again,
some pretty decent players.
Like you know what I mean? Max Scherzer is still a great pitcher. Ben Zobrist, I think he already retired, but respectable career. Brandon Crawford, another respectable career. Chris Sale, before he got injured with the Tommy John, was an ace. Pete Alonso, anybody would want him. Like these are some some dudes. So, but yeah, so they have banned him. And it's kind of crazy. Wow. So this is their official statement for immediate release. The Bismarck Larks, a summer collegiate baseball team in the Northwoods League, is banning MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred from games until the lockout is resolved. The Bismarck Larks believe in using fun. By the way, fun is in all caps, by the way. So every time they say the word fun, imagine it in all caps. The Larks believe in using fun to make a difference in the community. We have sellout games, firework nights, and so many fun theme nights in which baseball is just the driving factor. We give back to the community in forms of money, books, food drives, and countless many other ways. We stand. Since the MLB lockout began on December 2nd, 2021, it has been clear that MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred hates baseball and hates fun. This goes against our core values as a summer collegiate baseball team. And it said we stand with MLB players, including the NWL alumni Max Scherzer, Ben Zobrist, Brandon Crawford, Chris Sale, Pete Alonso, Jordan Zimmerman, and Curtis Granderson, among others. We officially announced that we are banning Manfred from Larks games until the lockout is resolved. The home opener for the Bismarck Larks takes place on June 1st, 2022 against the Rochester Honkers, which I feel like I was racist. Let's hit diggers, bat flip, and jog around the bases all summer long.
I wonder if Manfred if Manfred goes to regularly goes to them games or something for them to ban him. You'd think that he must attend those games, or what would be the point of banning them?
Either that, or they're trying to start something.
Yeah,
because listen,
that's true. I think Manfred should be gone.
Dickin, listen, Max Scherzer, Chris Sale, Pete Alonso. What do all three of those guys have in common? They've been some of the most outspoken guys against Rob Manfred.
Yep.
So I think that's kind of, what it is. And they're probably trying to start something.
You can't ban Pete Alonso because the Mets fan base will go crazy.
No, and again, these are guys that are supported getting rid of Rob Manfred. So, and by the way, the title of this press release, Rob Manfred hates fun. I love it here so much. I love it here. I love the mere fact that you can say he hates fun, by the way, all caps. I love it here.
I think they should put he hates fun and baseball.
I just love it when people say, "Oh my God, this is the player's fault." I love it when people say that.
And that's when you know that there's people that don't watch that haven't watched baseball.
They don't watch baseball at all whatsoever, and they don't understand it. What a time to be alive.
Like Freddie. I'm just going to keep throwing Freddie's name out there. I don't really care.
Tell me how you really feel, brother. Golly. You got to get
He's a Dodgers fan. I bet you he was an Angels fan before that.
No, Mike Trout.
Oh.
That's funny. Let me ask y'all one question, because honestly, this is something that Freddie had put, and this is going to be the last topic of the day because this is actually kind of funny. Tom Brady, a lot of speculation about.
Say his name right.
Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. There has been talks about him coming back.
As a Patriot.
This is what I think. I'll be 100% honest. I think he does come back, but not how everyone thinks. I think he comes back and sounds just like a one-day type of contract, so he can officially retire with New England.
Yeah, you've seen a few players do that, like Jeff Saturday done that.
Jeff Saturday did it. James Harrison did it. You know, a lot of guys, they usually do that. They just do that one day.
Justin Tuck.
Exactly. Yeah, right. So it's like they come out, have a moment, love y'all, mama, all that stuff. I think that's what it'll be. Now, obviously, I think they're going to wait for Tom Brady because people are going to expect it to be next year. But we need to remember Tampa Bay still has the rights to Tom Brady. So if he comes back, he would have to be, retired. So after all, you know what I mean? Like I think he's got 2 more years, I think it is.
No, I think he's got 2 more years. 2 more years,
right? Yeah, so he does that. Then after that, they'll be able to retire him. So I think like that. Other than that, I mean, maybe you guys see something different, but I don't see anybody. I don't know. Trading for Tom Brady, I don't know, especially when Tampa's going to ask for.
That's what I was going to say. Tampa's not going to give his rights up cheap.
Right.
Bruce Arians already said he's not letting Tom Brady go. If Tom Brady wanted to come back, he's going to come back as a Buck.
As the Tampa.
Yeah, that's true. I saw that. Yeah.
He's going to do something that Bill Belichick, or any other team could have or wouldn't do, is keep him around, and that's shady, bro. This is the GOAT. This is the man, the face of NFL basically for the past 22 years. If Tom Brady wants to come back and just say, "Man, I brought you your first Super Bowl since 2005. I want to go somewhere else." Let the man go somewhere else. Send him over, let them sign over his rights. Kind of like what we did with Gronk. We could have kept Gronk when he announced that he was coming back. Bill Belichick could have been like, "Okay, since you want to come back, we have a 1-year contract, $10 million contract on you. We're going to keep you for that 1 year." Bill Belichick could have done that. But no, Bill Belichick, because of what Rob Gronkowski did for our franchise, gave over the rights to Tampa Bay, and that became Tampa Bay's contract, 1 year, $10 million deal. So why not Tampa? You'll be saving about, $30 million if you trade over Tom Brady's rights right now. If he wanted to go, you'll be saving money. That's $30 million in your cap space where you can get decent players, because they are losing players. They're losing Chris Godwin. They're going to be losing OJ Howard. You've already lost Rob Gronkowski. So you need the weapons.
Ali Marpet.
Yeah, so
they're gonna lose a lot. They're losing a lot.
You think Gronkowski's going to play somewhere else?
I've been seeing speculations that the Buffalo Bills are going to be pursuing Gronkowski hard, but I don't see Gronk going to Buffalo. For one, I don't see him wanting to play the Patriots twice a year.
I figured he's going to retire again.
Yeah, he doesn't want to play with Josh Allen. He wants to only play with Tom. That's it.
And that's kind of what I think is going to happen. I think he's going to retire.
He's going to do the same thing Tom Brady do. When Tom Brady decides that he wants to come back to the Patriots and sign that 1-day contract and retire a Patriot, Gronk is going to do the same thing. Hey, Bill, can I sign a 1-day contract and retire you guys? I want to be with Tom Brady.
Don't be surprised if they bring Julian Edelman too.
Julian.
I was surprised that they got
the squirrel, the man.
It's just
Super Bowl 51 miracle catch. The one thing the Patriots never had in every Super Bowl that we won is a miracle catch, and Julian Edelman did it for us.
Julian Edelman, my boy.
Facts.
That's my boy.
Yeah, see, that's something that me and Pride can say, Jay, on our team. We have a boy on our team. Do you have a boy on them Cowgirls?
No, you had a boy. You don't have a boy anymore.
No, he's still our boy. He retired a Patriot. He's forever a Patriot. He's our boy.
Oh no. He may be retired as a Patriot, but he still belongs to the Bucks.
Who?
We're talking about Julian Edelman.
Oh, you're talking about Julian? I apologize. I thought we were still talking about if Brady was coming back.
Brady's still a boy. It don't matter where he goes.
Edelman's a good player, no doubt about it. He's not like a number one, I don't think, but he's a good player.
I think you can make him a number one. I think so. I do think it would take a savvy head coach. He's not a natural number one. I think it'd be a savvy head coach, and you're gonna need to basically put him in the perfect situation.
Detroit.
You know what I mean? Because he's got good hands. He can run routes, so I do think he could be. But again, he's not a natural number one, and you know what I mean. He would have to be in the perfect situation,
right?
He would have to be. You know what I mean? So.
Right.
You know,
but you know what though? But hey, I don't think, and I'm getting away from that. I want to go back to the original topic. I don't think that Brady does come back. I think, like he said, he's a committed guy, and I don't think his heart is fully committed to coming back. I think Giselle is in his ear and wants to be. He wants to have that family time. I just don't think he comes back because I don't think he's ready to commit what he would have to commit to get to that All-Star level or that Super Bowl level. So I don't think Brady comes back. I think he's just
real with you. I'm gonna be real with you. Giselle has been in Tom Brady's ear since he tore his ACL.
I get it. Yeah. But I'm saying is I just don't think. I think. Look, he's not a spring chicken. He's not getting younger. And I don't know if he's keeping up his conditioning or not. I mean, like NFL conditioning, not regular conditioning, but NFL conditioning. I just don't think I think his time is done. I think he's done everything he needed to do, and I just think he's staying in the sunset. I don't think he comes out of the sunset to come back. I just don't see that happening.
I would. He don't need to. I agree with you. He don't need to come back. The man has more Super Bowls than any franchise in NFL history. So
yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
You think he'll end up on TV doing commentating or something?
No.
You don't think so?
You know what I think he'll actually do? I think he'll take the Peyton Manning route. I think he'll go to something where he's on
like
TV.
Podcasting or something, or commercials.
Kinda.
He's already on commercials.
ESPN Plus, but when him and Eli do those things where they're kind of like watching the game, they're doing their commentary, but it's like laid back. It's basically a commentary we would have. Like if the four of us were sitting down and we were watching WrestleMania. That'd be the commentary. I think that's how Tom. Because listen, Tom, I don't care what no one says. Hit him all you want. Tom is charismatic and funny. Like you want to listen to him. If you don't believe me, go watch. It's like a 2-minute clip of him and Charles Woodson talking about the Tuck rule.
Well,
hey, listen, man. I'll be honest with you, Pride. I'm still stuck on Tom Brady tossing the Lombardi from one boat to another boat while he's still drunk. Okay, I'm still stuck on that.
He's the GOAT. You know who would have been the first one to dive in there and got that trophy?
Tom.
Rob Gronkowski.
Nope, Tom.
Hey, Brady
would have been like, Tom.
Brady was funny.
Tom Brady was too drunk to be swimming there.
Hey, does Gronkowski go to the Bills?
No. Don't do that, Jay. Jay, don't do that.
I'm just asking. Hey, a friend wanted me to ask.
When Brady was on that show with Peyton and Eli, that was funnier than hell with them three all together.
Yeah, because it's really not only is it hilarious, but it's just he's just entertaining,
and you get inside of how they think.
Yeah, and the thing is like we do need other high IQ NFL players to not just do commentary, but to also do the laid back things, because then like they talk to you and they're able to be like, hey, look, man, in this situation, this is what I would have done, right? And then it kind of leaves it because like if Tom says this and Peyton would have been like, oh yeah, well, that's why I beat you. And then Tom goes back and forth, and Eli could have been like, hey Tom, did I beat you twice? And but it's just comical. It's funny, like they're back and forth, you know what I mean? And like that's kind of why I hope Tom Brady goes into that route, because he's an entertaining dude. He really is. He's really like,
and that would be a hell of a good podcast with the three of those guys going at it.
Just like I feel like it'd be great. Like think about it. What he did with Charles Woodson. If that was Ben Roethlisberger in that situation, he wouldn't have done that. In terms of meeting Charles Woodson and actually having that conversation or whatnot, right? Aaron Rodgers wouldn't do that. Matthew Stafford wouldn't do that. Like very few quarterbacks would do that. And then in the end, when he goes see fumble, or in that case, and then they started laughing about it, like
because Tom Brady, we're diehard Patriot fans. We're diehard Patriot fans. This was back in the day before anybody even knew. But let's be real. That was a fumble.
For me,
but as a Patriot fan, I accept it. I take it.
Yeah. Nah, for me, here's the weird part about it. This is the weird part about it. It's one of those situations where on a technicality, it's an incomplete pass.
Right.
But on a technicality, it's also a fumble. It's like, at the time, the rule was so weird that it's one of the few plays that it's both. Like, because of how the rule was. So it's like
like the catch rule. There's too much gray area.
Yeah, it's in that gray area because it doesn't matter how you call it, because guess what? You're going to be wrong regardless.
Yeah, one fan base is going to be pissed at you no matter which call you make.
Right. So you're kind of in a situation where you're
I'll be real with you. If Oakland would have won and made it to the Super Bowl, they would have lost to the Rams. So thank God we won, went on to the Super Bowl.
Then we'd have
the Rams.
We'd be hearing Freddie about the Rams winning that Super Bowl.
I don't even want to hear Freddie. He don't got the rights to talk about being a Rams fan, or even got the rights to talk about the Rams. The man is saying he's a Rams fan. Now, if anybody is a Freddie guy.
What makes it bad for Freddie is just the timing of it all. The timing of them going to the Super Bowl, the timing of of him becoming a fan. It was just too much. If Freddie would have said, you know what, I'm going to be a Rams fan, but you know what, I'm taking a year off. I will pick up next year. I'm not going to take credit for them getting it this year. I'll wait till next. Okay, that's a little bit of validity, but to just say I'm a Rams fan a week before the Super Bowl, come on, that's just a little too much for me to palate. As a real fan, if anybody who's a real fan of any sport, it's just too much to palate.
Well,
and this is how you know Freddie's not a Rams fan. The man went a week after the Rams won a Super Bowl and put up a picture on his Facebook of a new Super Bowl shirt. He didn't even get the Rams championship shirt. He got the Super Bowl shirt with both teams on it. It's basically like, oh, I'm wearing this because
Listen, let me tell you something, Frankie. Freddie don't even know all 5 of the offensive linemen starting for the Rams, much less anything else. So okay,
except for Whitworth. That's the only name he'll probably come up with.
What's funny to me about today is last week he was a big LeBron fan. He was all over LeBron.
Exactly, Chris. That's what I was trying to say to him earlier. You were goating the man last week. And then when he announces that he might leave to go play with his son if his son don't end up in LA, you want to get mad. Let him do that. Who cares? Then you want to say, well, he brought us one championship. That's not our mindset. We are in the future of the NBA, of young talent shooters. You cannot continuously expect a 37-year-old to bring a team to a championship constantly every year. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't really care if you have a good defense, a good offense. These young talents nowadays are going to take over, and they are taking over. For example, Ja Morant. I'm not a Grizzlies man, but I'll tell you what, I'm loving this kid. This kid might be my new favorite player in the future because of what he's doing.
Fun to watch.
Well, and the sad part about it is I wish Ja Morant would have gotten in the dunk contest. Now, that would have been electrifying. It would have been a hell of a lot better than the product that we got.
I wish the challenge.
I wish Anthony Edwards would have been in it. I wish Ja Morant would have been in it. I mean, we would have had a lot better product.
110%. We would have. But this, again,
Freddie, I respect you. If you're watching this, Freddie, we respect you. We love you. We got your back always. But there's just some things you say that you shouldn't.
You got to do better. You got to do better. I don't want to be mean.
I'm just saying, there's a Rams fan club out there that is pissed off saying that he's a fan when they've been more devoted to him back in the St. Louis days. Okay?
I'll tell you
so
what.
Right now, there are fan clubs rejecting Freddie's application as we speak.
I've been saying this since day one when Freddie traded, and I'm going to say this forever. When the Giants, or if the Giants, end up being good and making it to the Super Bowl or something, I put money on it. And I'm saying this right now on March 4th, 2022 at 12:33 p.m. Eastern time. Freddie will end up going back to being a Giants fan if the Giants make it and the Rams don't.
No, listen, it's not even that. Once the Giants make the playoffs, he's going to go back to him, and he's going to say time heals all wounds.
Whatever. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask the two Patriots guys on here. And I'm going to guesstimate. I'm going to guesstimate that what I'm about to say is true. I believe that Frankie C and Pride were Patriots fans when Drew Bledsoe was there.
Yes.
And that's a real fan because the Patriots before Tom and Belichick was a dark organization. It was dark times.
Yeah. We got smoked 2 Super Bowls. It was rough.
But let me ask you this. But all of a sudden, watch this. You went to all the dark times to get to the good times. And that's what makes you a real fan. It makes it sweeter. But if you get somebody who just all of a sudden up and switches when the Patriots are going to get a Super Bowl and they want to become a fan, doesn't that just kind of rub you the wrong way as a legitimate Patriots fan if they did that? Because how are you going to take claim to this?
We don't accept them. We don't accept that.
We don't. We actually don't. No, we don't.
Yeah. Because you haven't gone through the pain of it.
Right. Well, here's the thing. I didn't have to. Like I am part of the spoiled generation that when I stumbled into football, we already had Tom Brady. Like when I came into football, Tom Brady, not only was he starting, he was already established.
That's right. I forget how young you are, Pride. I know you're a young buck.
I am a legitimate baby, 110%. I know when I started watching the Patriots like hardcore.
2003.
Dog, bro.
Later.
Way late, bro. I'm only 24.
Oh wow.
I'm a baby.
Hey, Pride's young, bro. He ain't that old.
I'm
Logan right there.
I know Tom Brady because Tom Brady tore his ACL the same year the Celtics won the championship. So I was 08. So I was like, 08 was when I started kind of watching it, but I was at that time I was a casual. I loved the jersey. So I was like, that's my team right there. And then I started watching football hard the year the Saints won the Super Bowl, which I think was what, 10?
Yeah, 2000. Yeah, 2000.
That's when Katrina hit. So yeah.
Yes. So that's what and that really was a storyline that like, oh my God, Hurricane Katrina messed up. And then the team who was impacted by it is going on this run. So that's when I started watching football.
Thanks. You had to bring up when the Colts lost in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, of course. Had to. I always got to take my dig at the Colts any way possible. But then after that, I was like, yeah, I'm going to start watching football like hardcore. And then, like I said, not only did I enjoy the jerseys, but I've always was like, since at the time I lived in Connecticut, which was in the New England region, all my teams are New England based. Like I'm a casual in MLS, and the New England Revolution is my team. But I'm a casual in it. I'm not even gonna lie. Like in terms of like in the States, I'm a casual. International, you don't want to talk to me about that because I won't shut up about it. But in the States, I will admit I am a casual in that, but I'm all New England. So I stumbled my way into the glory of Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. He was my Keith Lee before Keith Lee even existed because I was basking in this man's glory. Let me tell you. I was basking in this man. Oh, bask in his glory. Like that was me, bro. Like I was loving it. So it's like in terms of the Drew Bledsoe years, I know of those years. I know it was dark times. I just didn't experience it. You know what I mean? So like for Frankie, it'll hit Frankie a little harder because
especially that Super Bowl with the Chicago Bears. That hurts.
Yeah, so you know what I mean. So you've been through it. It does hurt me because obviously it's part of my organization, but I don't. It's kind of the same way I feel about Larry Bird winning the chips with the Celtics. It makes me happy, but I can't fully I can't fully brag about it all the time because I wasn't there. I didn't see it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that happened before I was even born.
And that's how I feel with the Lakers. That's exactly how I feel with the Lakers. I became a Laker fan because of Kobe Bryant and Shaq and what they did in the early days. I don't go back to what Magic Johnson did or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar did. I wasn't born in that
You don't
time.
even listen. You didn't even enjoy the pain of a Lakers fan when they had Nick Van Exel.
Exactly.
Okay, when they had Nick Van Exel, that's when you're like, oh my God, like you've got history on you.
I didn't. I came in during the glory times, just like Pride with the Patriots. I came in the glory times with the Lakers. Now with the Patriots, I've been with them since the dark ages. Dark ages.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe wasn't Vlade Divac? He was a Laker.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean that's how long it's been.
Yeah, he was a Laker because they had to trade him. The Lakers had to trade him to get the drafting rights to get Kobe.
Right.
Which is funny because they were gonna before Kobe, they almost traded Vlade for someone else.
Right.
I can't remember. I gotta look it up. But Vlade almost got traded for somebody else, which is funny. Because then when that trade didn't go through, Vlade Divac ended up still going over to the Hornets, which is funny. To me, that's hilarious.
Yep.
But for me, being a New England fan, like I said, I joined the spoiled time. I'm part of the spoiled generation who kind of was, there. But the difference, I separate myself from a lot of the spoiled fans, was that we won, but last year when we went 7-9, I wasn't like, oh my God, we got to. I wasn't saying that because not only that I knew defensively, we had players opting out. We did have some injury, like we had that stuff, but at the same time, I was like, I was what people saying. Yeah, one thing I was like, look, it's going to take us about 3 years to get back on the right track. It really comes. I was giving ourselves 3 years. It all depends on when we get our quarterback. Right. Only took us one. It only took us one. You know what I mean? Imagine.
Not 28, Jay. One.
You know what I mean? Oh, man. All right.
I think me and Gonzo are the only real true people who've been around long enough to see basketball, what it was like in the 90s and early 80s.
By the way, I'm going to be watching that Chicago Bulls game because I want to see if Tristan Thompson is really about it. I want to see if he's really about it. But that's enough for us, ladies and gentlemen. Ran a little long, but this is.
You think we're almost getting close to 3 hours?
LOL.
This show has gone through more transgressions than I've seen in a long time. Like literally, the way we started out the show, then the middle of the show, and then the end of the show. Like literally, I feel like I've been at this table for a week.
Well, don't you ever call me out. All right, Freddie, take notes. Don't you ever call me out. I'm trying to be nice, right, and be on the comments and be a nice guy and just do my thing.
From now on, you know what I'm about to start doing? I'm calling Frankie out now.
Yeah, you call Frankie out, man.
And it's funny. It's funny too, because like all you gotta do is say, "Oh, Frankie's not a Lakers fan," and all of a sudden, boop. Like,
no, you know what? Hey, listen, Frankie. If y'all don't know this, Frankie on a sabbatical right now. He's on his own little sabbatical, and I'm a little upset because if I thought all I had to do was insult Frankie a little bit to get him on the show, I'd have been insulting that dude about a week ago.
You do. You insult me every Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays on Unscripted. You do it every time. But Jay, I've known you for so long, it doesn't work.
Yeah, I know. Hey, listen, some things you just get used to. It's almost like your favorite pair of shoes. You know, you still put them on, even though you know they're god ugly, but you put them on anyway.
It's something different when you have somebody that traded from one team to another try and call you out and say, "I'm not a Laker fan." Are you serious? Don't do that.
You're not even stop it, bro. You're not even a real New England Patriots fan, bro. Get out of here.
Pride, don't do that to me. Pride, don't do that to me.
Man, Pride throwing shots.
It's kind of like Jay. It's kind of like Jay when he says, "I'm not a Yankee guy. I'm a Boston guy." I get real mad at Jay. Real mad. And Jay knows.
A Boston guy. You're not. Listen, you are not a New York guy. Listen, hold on now. Hold on. You live in Mechanicsville, New York. No, hold on. Watch this. He lives in New York, but he is a Yankees fan, but he's also an LA fan, and he's also a Boston Bruins fan, and he's also a New England Patriots fan. So he's a fan of, which is really weird to me because I don't understand this pride. Let me ask you a question. You know that New York and Boston, that's like the biggest rivalry ever between two states.
Yep.
Or I should say two cities.
Right. Yeah.
And is it just weird to me that how if you're a New Yorker guy, how do you ever go to the evil empire of Boston and take some of their teams? I don't understand it.
Jay, can I ask you this? Can I ask you this, Jay?
Real quick.
If you're a real fan of any sport, do you really and truly have to love and follow your city's team?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
When I grew up,
at least be in the same state. For me, you got to at least keep it in the same state.
I learned and loved teams that I've watched.
Wow,
I think you have to keep it at least in the
same
state.
about Frankie? You want to know what I'm learning about Frankie? He's a front runner.
Yankees on the other hand, Yankees on the chill. Yankees on the other hand. I was born into the Yankee family. That was the very, very, very first sport as a Hispanic. That was the first sport and only sport that we were watching in my family, literally, because Hispanics, Cubans, Colombians, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, all of us, baseball is our sport. That was the very first sport and the only sport we watched. And growing up in my family, I loved the Yankees. You were not even allowed. Jay, if you tried to come in my grandfather's house wearing a Houston Astros hat, you best to believe he's throwing rocks at your face and kicking you back out of his house before you even step on the front porch.
No, hold on now. Hold on now. Can I at least get a bite off the table first? Because you got to feed me before you kick me out. At least get some hospitableness to it.
I'll throw you biscuits right down.
Hey, listen. Can I get a taquito before you kick me out? Just give me one taquito, maybe a flauta.
I'll come down and give you a tequila shot.
I'm gonna tell you how this right now. Let me explain something to you, bro. I'm gonna tell you this right now, bro. Because this is speaking from experience, right? When it comes to New York, New Yorkers are weirdos.
Yeah.
And then the people, and I'm gonna explain to you why, right? Because New Yorkers, I've never met an all New York guy ever. I don't think they. To this day, I'm convinced they don't exist.
I'll meet you one. I'll show you one. I got a friend who's an all New Yorker.
That's crazy to me, bro. Because it's always like they're all New York except for that one team, and it's usually football, right?
I'm saying my boy. I'm saying my boy.
Oh, your boy. I'm just saying.
My boy's a Giants fan, Rangers fan, Knicks fan. He's all New York, and it's embarrassing.
No, I'm just saying. For like the most part I've seen, it's either they go to the Red Sox, or it's football and they go to New England or Dallas. That's really what it is. Like, and then it's funny too because outside of New York, there are a special case of weirdos because they do the same thing. It's like all New England except for baseball, which is the Yankees, which is the weirdest thing ever. It's weird. You feel me? And especially weird because Chris, Jay, I want to speak to you fine gentlemen because Frankie right now, him and I, I'm scared. Our relationship right now, it's on the rocks. You feel me, Frankie? Because you feel me? I was cool with you being a New England Patriots fan. When you told me Yankees, I don't know. Why would you be a fan of an organization that just got mollywopped by the Boston Red Sox? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why would you be in an organization that just chokes everything away?
You want to know why? Because I'm not Freddie. I'm a hardcore Yankee fan. I stick by it. My name is Frankie the Yankee, baby. I stay by that. All right? I stick by my losing team, even if we lose.
He does. I gotta tell you, Frankie the Yankee. You don't mess with Frankie the Yankee now. Hey, the claws come out.
You know, Frankie, I'll accept it. Our relationship has been repaired.
Man, I've been suffering. Give it to me, man. I've been suffering for what, 12 years now, 13 years, maybe 13 years if this season don't come.
So, hold on. So you're a diehard Yankees fan?
We have not won a World Series since 2009.
So you're a diehard Yankees fan?
Diehard. Blue and white, pinstripe.
See, I'm going to tell you this right now. Chris, Jay, I'm learning some stuff. And the thing is, it's giving me ammunition because I'm telling you, Frankie, when I tell you to get on and you say no, I got plenty of shots I'm gonna start throwing your way, bro. I got plenty of shots, bro. But I ain't gonna. You know what? I'm gonna be nice. I might say a little later. Who knows? But this has been ASAP in the morning. Appreciate you guys spending some time with us. We'll be back here Monday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central. On behalf of Jay, Chris, and Frankie, it is your boy Pride. We appreciate everyone spending some time with us. And before we go, Derek Jeter, most overrated player in the history of the MLB. That was for you.
Shots fired as he leaves. Shots fired.
What to do. Free David Ortiz.
All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making up plays. You talking the game, get you to the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.